for me, the marathon for me is life, right? It's like, sure, it's easy in the beginning, you know, it gets hard. And then what do you do when it gets hard? Do you want to slow down? Do you want to stop? Do you want to give up? Or do you push through the pain? Because at the end of the day, at the other end of that race, the pain just goes away. Filmmaking, to me, when people like try to diss movies, is hard for me to diss unless it's flat out offensive. It's kind of like a marathon, right? You said, well, what time frame do you want to finish the movie? It's like, I just want to finish. Bro, anybody who's made a feature film, nobody knows how hard that is to do. There once was Jordan, then there was Kobe, then there was LeBron. You know, there once was Joe Montana, and then there was Tom Brady, and now there's Patrick Mahomes or whoever you think it is. You know, like GOATs change all the time. What doesn't change is that we're all on a clock. We all have an expiration date. We don't know when that is. What you do with that time within that time frame is up to you.
Sliding in the studio, my album coming soon. Until we get this rap money, trap gon' have to boom. These bricks and these keys and these zips is what we'll do. If you need some fire, I can see you off the Jones.
We're good?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, no, I'm better than this. Hold on.
Zephyr Hills, if you're listening, we know you are.
They're in Zephyr Hills, bro. Zephyr Hills, Florida. That's where they are.
Yeah, it's a real place. Well, guess what? We're in Mango Hill. Not really. We're a couple of streets down, but
We're on the east side. Right?
yeah, on the east side. But hey, tomato, mango, Zephyr. We're welcome back, folks. It's the Heir Cast. So real quick, I was about to ask you. Well, I did ask you off mic here before we started rolling. You didn't answer me. It's for real professional in the building. Michael Garcia. Garcia?
Yes, whatever you want to call me, dog. I've been called many names. Some I like, some I don't.
My whole life I've heard Garcia, but we're gonna get into some of the names later. But Garcia is the preferred. Garcia is the go-to.
I mean, everybody calls me Garcia because I guess, you know, Michael's such a common name, so they picked the most common last name in Miami to refer to me as.
Industry, like, what about film people, film industry people? Do a lot of those people call you Garcia, or do they call you Michael?
It depends. It depends on who the client is. Most of the record labels will call me Michael. I prefer Mike, if you're going to call me by my first name, because Michael, my mom only calls me Michael when she's really mad at me.
Got it.
So I just equate Michael with I'm fucking up somewhere.
And you got the commercial, be like Mike.
Yeah.
Facts. Okay, so that wasn't the question, though. The question was, does CHP, shout out Crazy, do you guys have like an overall, like a uniform color? Like, is there like a...
No, I think if we had a color, then we'd have to just go full on and admit that we're a gang.
Oh, right.
You know,
okay.
so it's, you know, like since growing up, we've always kind of been such a tight-knit group of friends and almost operated like a gang. You know, it was like one for all, not for all, but not in a...
Towing the line, yeah.
Yeah, not in a violent way, but like if something went down, we had each other's back and all that stuff. But we never subscribed to like being a gang. We've always been a company and organization and a crew of cats that just, we're like a band of brothers.
Production crew, yeah.
But if we said like, yo, we have a color, then I think we'd have to go all in and be a gang.
Nah, that's good.
I don't want to join a gang.
That's good. Yeah. Well, hey, any gang members listening? If you know if you're listening, we know you are. You know, if you're gangbanging, you know, we're not here to judge. We're an open format podcast. So.
Oh, respect all the gang members. I grew up with a bunch.
I appreciate your support. Yeah, straight up. So here on the Heir Cast, we start with the important questions because the people, the fans, the world, the Air Force, everybody wants to know.
The Air Force.
Yeah, used to be the Air Support. Now it's the Air Force.
Why is it the Air Force?
It's just cooler.
That's his fan base.
You have a fan base in the Air Force for real?
No.
Well, I'm sure there's some members of the United States Air Force that are in the Air Force.
It just seemed very like pointed, like of all the branches of the military, he went straight Air Force, like not military, just Air Force.
Well, it could have been Air Support. No, originally it was Air Support, but I didn't see that angle of it originally.
Heir to the throne.
Like I hear you. I just feel like you're alienating the Marines and the Navy and the Coast Guard and the Army.
No, we're gonna revisit this. Okay. Members of the Air Force.
By the way, don't take anything I'm saying seriously. I love you guys.
No, let us know in the comments what you prefer: Air Force, Air Support, or insert a new one here. I gotta revisit this now. I gotta think about this.
All right.
I can't say Air Nation. That's too close to Aryan Nation, and
yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, Hitler already got that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so are you who you say you are?
Okay, what about it? Yeah, of course I am.
That's the important question we start with.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like you're half trolling me and half asking me seriously, but yeah, of course. I mean, everything I say, because I told you this, you know, on the phone, and
but that's a good way to put it. Half trolling, but half seriously. That's exactly what that is. It's a little comical, but it's also comical between us though, because they wouldn't get the comedy behind it.
Yeah, I think the basis of where that comment comes from is you know, in my exercise training regimen that I'm going through right now. I was struggling, and I called the guy, and he basically just said, yo, really, if you want to accomplish this goal that you set out to do, you know, you just got to ask yourself, are you who you say you are? And I feel like I've always been that kind of person that does what he says he's going to do.
Paris, you said?
Actually, that was Matt that said
Matt,
that to me. Matthew
okay.
Bishop, yeah.
Shout out Matt. And just to paint the picture a little bit for the audience, this came to like you brought this up like in the context of when we were having the conversation over the phone, like mid run. This is like kind of what you say to yourself to get through like that hard time, like when you hit the wall. That was the way you put it.
Yeah.
Describe the wall. What's the wall to somebody who doesn't know what that might be?
Scientifically, it's when, without being too much of a nerd about it, but like it's when you're, from what I understand, it's your body's used all the carbs in its system and all your glycogen stores, which it uses for fuel to keep your energy up, and it has to use fat as a fuel source, and it's not the most efficient way of doing it. What happens then is it starts eating into using the fat stores in your brain as well. Wow. So you kind of bunk out. It's a weird feeling that you can be telling your body all day, like, keep going, and your body's gonna be like, fuck you, no, I don't want to do it. And you kind of lose kind of a sense of reality. Everything kind of blacks out. It's weird. It's not a good feeling. It fucking sucks.
Jesus Christ.
And you know, in marathon training, which I don't even know why I decided to do this, but with training for this marathon that I have coming up now, I've had to encounter it a couple times, and it really comes down to how you feel for these runs and how you keep yourself, how you keep your carb stores up and all that. But it's just not a good feeling. It's basically complete, utter exhaustion and body shutdown.
Wow. And
you got to fight through that.
And imagine the big full circle for you, because you actually told me earlier in the year you just got into running, right?
Yeah, I've never run. I used to not run to my car when I was late.
Wow.
Like, you know, I never did it, and I didn't do it. You know, running, I think, has become really popular over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Run clubs in general, like, you know, if you're single.
Health is hip hop. Every Wednesday, come meet us up.
For sure. I mean, if you're single and you want to go meet a girl, go join a run club, right? So it's
girls, come out. We need you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you want to make your run club go? Get some girls out there.
Yeah, we're trying.
But I never really got into it for that. The reason I got into it is I had a surgery on my foot like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
On what part of your foot?
On the right. If this was my foot, the toe, the big toe area. So if I thought like I was getting a bunion, and I was like, it wasn't, is I had fractured my foot, and it calcified to the point that my toe grew, and I was walking around like that for like a year and a half.
Wow, I think I have a bunionette on my pinky toe. So now you're making me think maybe my sister's broken. Wow.
Possibly, maybe you got your shoes tied up the wrong way, but I went to see the doctor, and he was like, no, you probably fractured your foot about 2 years ago. You've been walking on it, and this is all the calcification that's come up on top of it as your body's healed itself, and it healed wrong. So they had to like basically cut a piece of the bone out of my foot and put a screw in and insert it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I was limping a lot. Like walking was a struggle.
So the recovery from this inspires you to get into running?
Well, what inspired me to get into running was every time I was on set or I was going out with my girl or hanging out with my daughter, somebody would ask me, why are you limping? Why are you limping? And I didn't think I was limping. And what it was is I was favoring my other foot. I didn't want to put pressure on this foot because I just had the surgery, and that developed into a really bad walking
post
routine.
surgery.
Yeah, post surgery.
So you're compensating overcompensating on one side. Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what, I got to just like get through this.
And not pimping, so it's not.
Yeah, no. So I just got to get through this, and I also on that same leg, my right leg, I had 2 hip surgeries when I was a kid. So this right leg has just been banged up throughout my life.
Hip surgeries as a kid?
2. Yeah.
Yes, so why? Well, it's just
I had a condition when I was a kid that like 1 in like 500,000 kids get called Legg-Perthes disease. Basically, what it means is that your hip joint falls out of the socket, your white blood cells attack it like it's a foreign object.
Oh my God!
And so I had to be at 9 years old. I was in a body cast, double leg cast with a bar between the middle. I had to put a pin in my hip and a pin taken out of my hip, and then I was in traction, which is when you're laying on the bed and you have the guys with their feet up.
Okay.
And then I had to relearn how to walk when I was 10.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And then full circle now to
same leg, foot surgery. So I was like, shit, you know, what am I going to do? And my daughter saw that I was really struggling, and I was struggling even in the gym. You know, like doing squats was hard. You know, doing anything was hard. And I've always been an exercise kind of guy. So I just looked at my daughter and said, you know what, I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna run a marathon this year. And as a man of my word, I signed up for a training regimen and just been training since last February. Official training started about 3 months ago, but like last February is when I started running.
And you just told me the other day the most you did was 15. You're about to do an 18-mile run.
Yeah, in 3 days
Okay.
I'll be doing 18 miles.
And if you, so half marathons 13, right?
13.1. Yeah, I've done that.
Multiple times you've done half marathons. Twice. Like
Yeah.
like a signed up one or like on your own.
No,
Like-
no, like the distance. I've done the distance twice.
Got it. What do you call like a what do you what's the term for like a run you sign up for? Like it's not a pro run. Like what do you call it? Like an official run?
Like an official run, I
An
guess. Yeah,
official
or a
run. Got
race.
it.
You
Yeah,
know,
a race.
thing.
A race.
Yeah.
That's what it is. A race. I didn't think it was a race because like you're not really. Are you incentivized to like come out first? Like I just did like the Santa and like I don't think there was like a.
I mean, if you're
first.
trying to be a professional athlete, but I look at races like you're not really racing anybody else.
You're racing yourself.
You're racing yourself, and can you beat your prior time? For instance, my first 5K when I first started running, which was like maybe this time last year, or close to it. You know, I think I ran it at like 40 minutes, you know, and my last 5K last month, I ran it at 29 minutes.
It's a monster.
Yeah, so like in a year, which is a lot, I've
Yeah.
shaved 11 minutes off
A
the time.
lot. That's huge.
Yeah,
huge,
yeah.
huge,
And
huge.
then I think when I ran my first mile fast, like my first mile that I could do it without stopping was like 16 and a half minutes. I could do a mile now in about 8:39.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What's the mental limitations we put on ourselves is paramount. It's crazy, but
Yeah.
running's a cool tool and a weapon, I think, to combat that as humans. For me, I know like with life be lifing and be kicking my butt sometimes, but running has taught me to learn about myself, I guess, in a way, and just learn how to like, power through things and just overpower it. So what's your like do you do this like with your mind, like looking at runs, like okay, an A effort would be like coming out with this time, a B effort would be this, a C effort would be that. Like, do you have any goals for the marathon coming up? Like, do you have like a
Yeah, I think my goal right now is just to fucking finish it.
just finish it?
Yeah, I mean,
Do you have a prediction? Like, do you like what time do you?
I don't wanna
You
do
don't even
it.
want to think about that, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I said, okay, I'm going to do this in 10 and a half minutes a mile. And then, well, when I ran 13.1 for the first time, and I think I told you I ran it like 13 minutes and 53 seconds a mile. And I remember I got to 13.1, and all I thought to myself was, fuck, this is only the halfway point. Like, I was dying.
Yeah, that's hard.
I was
I
like,
can
oh
imagine.
shit, I got
Wow.
to start over. Like,
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
So then
That
the
is crazy.
next week I came out, I did it in 12:50. I did 15 miles and I did it in 12 minutes and 52 seconds. And I was proud of that time. And I realized at that point, it's like, yo, man, like only less than 1% of the global population ever runs 26.2 miles. So
That's
does
the
it,
coolest stat. You just motivated the hell out of me.
yeah,
Oh my
so
God.
like, does it really matter? Like how, I mean, sure, you can get into the minutia of like, oh, the minutes and this and that. And it's like, bro, can you just finish? Like,
Can you just do it?
Can you just do it?
Can you just do
And
it?
I think anybody who could just do that, because I've been training now hardcore, like the actual training block for it for 4 months. And I could tell you that the marathon is not the hardest part. It's the consistency of the training, because the training takes everything out of you. And so it's almost like the training is harder than the race itself. The race is like the celebration that you stuck to this and you got it done.
How do you tell the balance of overtraining and not hurting yourself and not doing too much?
Not giving a fuck what anybody around me is doing. So like, for instance, when we first ran, I just started running around that time, and you fucking took off.
Yeah, you kept telling me you're going too fast. You're going too fast. You're going too
Yeah.
fast.
And I think in my brain I was saying you're going too fast because you were going too fast for me.
Right.
And then it hit me like me trying to keep up with you, I dusted myself out.
And you did get hurt that day. Yeah, I remember you saying you.
I had to stop. My leg cramped up. And
Yes.
I was fucked up. Okay, cool. Now when I go out, like, yo, if I got to just stop for 2 seconds and catch my breath, I'm going to stop for 2 seconds and catch my breath. There's no reason in training for me to injure myself and risk me going into the race injured. I'd rather go into the race at full capacity, I'm completely healthy. My body's completely primed for this. And then I can go, oh, I got a cramp? Fuck the cramp. I'm going to keep going because it's race day. Now, this is everything right now,
So, I guess walk me through, like, what's the mindset, the psychology? Because remember, like, you were telling me it's too fast. Like, even though, like, I get what you were saying, like, you shouldn't be worried about the other pace. You should be going at your pace and run your race. What's the mindset for the marathon? Are you, like, just going, like, that speed you were going that day times, like, I mean, minus like a tenth of that? Like, it's really a really slow pace? Because you're trying to just tell the audience, because I'm sure, well, at least me thinking, and I run, I would think people do a marathon, like, it's natural to expect people to like stop for walk a little bit, then continue running. But your mindset is I'm running the whole thing, right? That's
Yeah,
what it is?
I'm gonna run at least 98% of it.
98%. Got it.
Yeah, if I have to stop, use the bathroom, or if I have to stop to get a quick bottle of water or something, or because they have aid stations that you can get water. Every mile on the mile, there'll be a cooler that you can grab water.
Is there an average time people like? Have you done the research like what the average time for somebody is?
I
Like,
mean,
on
yeah,
average, like,
the
giving walking and everything like walkers. Like,
I think if you could do it under 5 hours, that's
5 hours,
that's
right.
a super respectable time for your first marathon.
That's reasonable.
And then if you're a pro athlete, sub 3 is like sub 3 hours is crazy. I mean, the
26
fastest
miles in 3 hours.
the world record is 1 hour and 59 minutes.
1 hour and 59 minutes.
Yeah,
How recent was that?
That was like 3 or 5 years ago. That was Capoche. He's like the world's best marathoner, though.
Capoche's a cool name.
Yeah, he's a beast. But his psychology on running is really ill. But he did it at 1 hour and 59 minutes. When he finished, people were crossing the half marathon mark when he finished the full marathon.
That's raw.
Yeah.
When you said he has a cool psychology on running, what makes you say that about that? Well, like that's a very specific thing to say. Like what's?
I mean, I've kind of really dove into running more as a psychological thing for me.
Yeah.
And it's like the pain. Okay, well, embrace the pain. You got to run through the pain. It's everything in your body's telling you to stop. Are you going to stop, or are you going to keep going? And I think if you look at the race, for me, the marathon for me is life, right? It's like, sure, it's easy in the beginning. It gets hard. And then what do you do when it gets hard? Do you want to slow down? Do you want to stop? Do you want to give up? Or do you push through the pain? Because at the end of the day, at the other end of that race, the pain just goes away. The second you cross that line, I don't care how tired you were. You just did a 10K. I don't care how tired you were pushing at that 10K. When you cross that race, everything that just happened didn't matter anymore. You were proud of yourself.
Facts.
So I just kind of want to finish to show myself, like, yo, I don't care how hard this shit is. It's cool, and pacing myself. Like, don't go out too fast. In life, we always go out too fast. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do it at 110 miles an hour. And if it doesn't work in the first, 2 weeks of me trying, I'm going to give up. Versus, can I pace myself out and embrace the incremental improvements? It's when I first started running, I was running a 16-minute mile. Then it was a 15-minute mile. Then it was 15 and a half. And you can't really notice it. But I look back at my Strava today, and I was like, damn, I just ran a mile like at 8.5 minutes. And when I first started, I was running a mile 16 minutes. There was 15-second chunks of that. They were coming off slowly over time. But because of my consistency, those little 15 seconds, they snowball.
Yeah,
it
builds up.
Yeah,
it's built up, and that's a cheat code I do for myself. You got to gamify. I look at my times big, but I don't kill myself up on my times because I weigh in different factors. Like I'm weightlifting, and like I play ball with my homies, and it's like, okay, I did 2 miles in X amount of minutes, but I did also do legs the day before, or vice versa. I didn't work out all weekend. This is my first day at the gym. I got to go hard today. Let's try to PR a time. Just kind of push it.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, if you could even run a mile. Like, that's dope.
Yeah.
Like, there's a massive amount of the population that can't run a mile.
What's an advice you would give to that part of the population that, hear us talk about running and they're like, yeah, right, I can't do that.
You can. You just tell it what you could do. You know what? You can't do it, you're right. And you can do it, you're right.
Facts.
Like, whatever you say it is, you're right, dog. It's like, it's really that simple. Like, whatever you say you can or can't do, you're absolutely correct. It doesn't matter. Because you could, like, when I first started, I started running 2 minutes, walk 5. 2 minutes, walk 5. That became 3 minutes, walk 4. 3 minutes, walk 4.
Yeah.
Then it became I can run 10 minutes straight. Then it became I can run 15 minutes straight. Then it became I ran a mile straight at 16 minutes. Cool. Then it became over time it became I just ran 2.5 hours without stopping. And yeah, sure, the speed was, fluctuating. I'd be running 10 minutes and then going down to 13 minutes and then 14 minutes because I'm listening to my heart rate, my breathing, and trying to like...
Be like that, yeah. The whole point is go get through it.
Yeah. And composing yourself. Of like, okay, what's the freak out? Where's the freak out going to happen? Why am I freaking out? What is going on? Oh, it's because the watch is telling me I'm at 10 miles. I've never gone over 10 miles. Shit, it's no man's land. Never been here before. Okay. Well, fucking breathe. Now you're here. What are you gonna do now? Oh, sorry. What are you gonna do?
I gotta just go through it. Yeah,
shit. My bad. I didn't mean to hit the mic.
Do you have any celebratory meal planned or like plans for after the marathon? Like, is there something you'd really like to eat, like a burger or something like that? Like, or like I can't. No.
Nah, I'm really only focused on crossing the line.
Finishing. That's
Yeah, then after that I can figure it all out because I know I'm gonna be in a fuck ton of pain, but it's like it's cool, you know, like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of it, dog.
Any plans for the recovery, or do you have advice for recovery? I'm dealing with a corn on my foot right now. It is terrible. Shout out Corn as well, the band.
Yeah, I think people don't, especially people your age, and I was guilty of this when I was your age, is people don't appreciate rest days.
Wow.
You know, and I think you need to take rest days because you know what? All the gains you're making in the gym are not happening in the gym. They're happening when you're resting.
I've been working out less, and I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life now. Less injuries, more, just more gains, better sleep, everything.
And if you want to be one of those guys, like I'm working out 7 days a week, then section off your body, bro, because like maybe Monday and Tuesdays upper body, Wednesday, Thursdays lower
Even
body.
still, bro, it adds up. If you're doing every week like that, it's crazy.
But you need to really prioritize rest, prioritize your diet. Your diet makes a huge injury. Minimize the alcohol.
It's the worst.
I think everything in moderation. Listen, I'm not a pro athlete by any chance. I don't pretend to be. That's why I'm not one of these guys that's like all over the internet posting his runs. I'll post a run I'm proud of, like the stats real quick, and that's it. But like, I'm not gonna be like one of these guys going, "Oh, I ran 4 miles today, and this is what I ate, and these are the gels I'm taking, and I'm this super influencer runner guy." Like, I never subscribe to all that. I'll watch those guys and I'll see what works for them, and maybe I could apply it to my science, but I'm still learning, and I kind of want to live in that learning space. I treat all the elements of my life, from filmmaking to running to parenting to relationships, as everything is a learning curve. If I'm not learning, I'm dying. I gotta be always learning, because if there's nothing left to learn, there's nothing left to accomplish. I gotta move on to something else, right? I want to always be challenged, and as long as I can stay challenged, I can stay motivated. If there's no challenge, there's no motivation. So I just want to keep learning, bro.
Facts. You always got to be learning till the day you die. I think that's a blessing. I think it's a blessing to be able to be a student.
But I'll give you an example, because you asked about the corn on your foot. Like when I ran was it the 12 miles or the 10 miles? I forgot which one it was. I had a blister on my foot, like the size of a quarter. Like it was super fucking painful. And, I had run scheduled that week. And everything in my core was like, go run. And I was like, nope, because if this thing pops, I can't run for 2 weeks. Or I could let it heal, and then I could be back on my feet in 5. And you think, oh, I'm going to get out of shape. I'm going to forget all the things I've learned. No, actually, it helped me. I ran better after taking those 5 days off. I was like, oh, shit, I feel great. Like my whole body's recovered. I've rested. So listen to the injuries. Listen to your body, because, it's a small injury. Just like your improvements in the gym, small improvements, a small injury could catapult into something quick. Okay, now you have the corn in your feet. Cool. Well, I could run through this. Cool. But now you're running out with the same form. So now that corn affects your hip.
Compounds. Everything compounds.
And now you're running off of your hip. Now your hip is affecting your back because your posture's off. It's like, my neck bone's connected to my thigh bone, all that shit. Like that song is real, dog. It's a whole, like your whole body's just one big piece, so you got to make sure that you're trying to be at the best. It's going to hurt.
Did you ever see Osmosis Jones? They made a TV show out of it, but it was originally a movie.
No.
It was like what do you call a movie that has like real life actors, but then they have like an anime, like Space Jam? What would you consider that? Is there a term for that? Like it's not an animated movie, but like it has.
It's still animation. You mean like Roger Rabbit and shit, where it's like real people? Yeah,
exactly.
It's like a cross genre. It's like it's a cross genre.
They came out with something like that, but it was about the body, and like it's like the lead character is like I think a white blood cell. He's like a cop. It was really like a cop movie, but about like and it was him and his buddy was a Tylenol. It was a Tylenol pill and like whatever. It's crazy. But I bring that up to say is I think of I saw that as a jit. So my whole life I kind of think of the body like it's literally a community, like it's a city, and like if you have an infection, there's like there's a
terrorist in there.
Yeah, there's a terrorist. There's like an HQ. They're reporting, we got a problem. We got to send you. Feel me? Like that's really how it is. So yeah, your body is all connected, and it's important to like weigh all these things together.
Look, your body. The best way to put it is that your body's a car.
I have a huge injury on my hand, and I did this 10K run. I'm telling my boy Jack, everybody was calling him. He was like, "Your hand has nothing to do with running." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, but it hurts. Like you guys don't understand. Like it's mad pain.
It does hurt. Yeah, and if you are gonna run a 10K, if you have a race, I could almost understand you going, "I've trained for this. I'm gonna go do it."
No, 100%. Yeah, people were telling me not to do it. My family, I didn't work out the whole week before because of the pain, but I was like, "Nah, I gotta do this."
But if you're just training, you could afford a couple of days off, dude. The main thing I think that I've learned throughout this course at 47. Because, when I was your age and younger, bro, I could go...
47, G?
Yeah, I'm 47, yeah. Thank you, bro. At 47 years old, what I've learned now is, like, what I intake is, like, your body's like a car, right? It's like fuel. Like, what I intake now, because when I was your age or younger, dog, oh, my God, I could fucking lift 1,000 pounds, and go to McDonald's and eat a Big Mac meal with a 10-piece and a Coke and wake up and then go get drunk with my boys at night and wake up and do it all over. No problem. Now, like
pay the price. You pay the price the next day.
It's a whole different game. Now, like what I eat the night before will severely affect how I operate the next day.
Jeez, yeah, it's you get what you put, not just in life, but with your diet as well. That's incredibly crazy. Yeah. And what inspires the rap name Severe originally?
Oh, you're a dick. Which one of my boys gave you that one?
You're Garcia. What are we supposed to know?
When I was in high school, I thought I was a tough kid. So, Severe. It was actually my first graffiti tag.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I was 15, I used to tag up Severe.
It's a cool word. Like, I can see, like, the spelling of it, like, S-E-V.
Yeah, I could tag it up for you one day. It was like S-E-E. It was... Yeah, Severe.
Can you would you be able to do it and then send me a picture so I can put it in post?
Yeah, for sure. I got you. Yeah.
Like,
No, absolutely.
So you thought you were just Severe, so you're like, yo.
Yeah, I was rolling with a bunch of gangsters, and I was living on 154, and if you know old school Miami, like, I know Yubi knows that area. Your father knows the area. So it was like I was hanging on 154. It was a huge gang influx. Everybody had a name, and you had to be about it.
And do you follow like the Marvel movies now, like the MCU and stuff? Like, how do you feel about Channing Tatum's portrayal of Gambit and stuff like that? That was cool to you?
Nice. Actually, I thought it was a really good portrayal. As a comic book nerd,
I loved it. I'm a comic book fan. X-Men's the best. I have like my dad gave me like the first 4 original X-Men comics, right? I think like 3 of the first 4. Yeah, man.
I have Gambit's first appearance. Yeah. So,
sick.
Yeah. No, and that's how I got my name, because actually Eddie Giggs gave me that name.
Eddie Giggs gave you the name Gambit?
Yeah, because so I wasn't the best rapper in high school. Right, like I kind of sucked, but EFN liked my work ethic a lot. So when we met, he took me in. He was like, "Look, I want to manage you, but we got to rebrand you. We got to think of a new name." So Crazy Hood used to have these meetings in Kinko's, and it was kind of like, those old Wu-Tang videos where they're all sitting at the round table. Well, that was the conference room of Kinko's for us. So we were going there, and everybody's kind of looking at me and like, "What do we do with this guy?" And he's like, "We need a new name for him," and I didn't know what to call myself.
So Eddie Giggs gets you the meeting to do the pitch?
No. So I'm in the meeting, right?
Okay.
And everybody, it's like the Knights of the Round Table,
But he doesn't facilitate the meeting together? Like,
no. Crazy Hood has been meeting there forever. So I'll give you that backstory in a second. So how I got there, but Eddie Giggs was sitting in the meeting, and he basically said, "Yo, you should," because Eddie Giggs was into comic books too. So he was just like, "Yo, you should just call yourself Gambit because you be pulling people's cards and blowing them up." Little did they all know that I was like a comic book dork. So I was like, "Yo, that's cool." And then that's where
perfect.
That's where Gambit came from. The Crazy Hood meetings. I used to work at Kinko's. I used to work the graveyard shift.
Oh, really? So you like before you got down with them, you worked there?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
I worked there because I wanted to press up my own mixtape covers.
That's part of the movie right there. When we do the Crazy Hood movie, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I
wow.
was pressing my own cassettes. I would I was 18, fresh out of high school, no money. And I was putting out a lot of mixtapes on my own stuff or my own singles. And so I got the graveyard shift at Kinko's because nobody would be there. And it was just me and this dude, James. James, like an ex-Army vet. And
shout out James.
Really good dude. But James would work from like 6 till midnight, and I would come in at like 10 and work till 7.
Oh, wow.
And James like, "Yo, there's this guy named EFN that he comes and he makes his mixtapes cover here." Even EFN was paying, I was stealing, but he was like, "Yeah, I like your hustle. I want to introduce you." And then that's how we met. And then he brought me in. He goes, "Yo, come in. They come here on Wednesdays at like 8 o'clock. Come in early. I'll sit you down." So I'm in there with my like Kinko's nerd outfit with my tie, and that everybody sits down. I had met a couple of them. I had met Heck. I had met Paul. Weird Thoughts. Weird Thoughts I met when I was 16 because my boy Lewis knew him. And everybody.
Paul's Weird Thoughts?
Yeah,
yeah. That's his clique.
Yeah,
Weird Thoughts is the name of the clique. Okay, cool.
So he.
Shout out Weirdness as well.
Everybody knew who Crazy Hood was at that time.
In the hood.
In the hood, yeah, because EFN was already putting out mixtapes since '93.
Got it.
So like I knew who EFN was. To me, he was already like a celebrity.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh shit! Like the first time I ever heard Big Pun was on an EFN mixtape. I think it was number 7. It was the one with the hand coming out of the grave. And we
don't gotta get too far deep, but just so I understand in my mind, where are you musically? Like you've always been writing since like a kid. Like you just started writing in high school.
I started rapping when I was 12, like in 8th grade.
12,
13.
and this is post high school when you're working in Kinko's.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
so
but I sucked.
Yeah, but you've been spitting for a minute, but yeah, you
wasn't having much success.
Got it. Okay.
How good is anybody when they first started anything?
Right.
But yeah, I've always wanted to be a rapper at that point in my life. So I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this. And when my man Lewis and another guy named Mike, told me, yo, we know this guy named Paul. He's in Crazy Hood. I was like, Crazy Hood? He's like, yeah, we'll go to his house. And we got fucked up the whole night. And I went to Paul's house at 7 a.m. on a Sunday and knocked on his door. Cold turkey, you know, and his mom opened the door and I was like, hi, is Paul here? And Paul comes out with his wife beater and box. It's 7 a.m. on a Sunday, dog. You know, and we're 16. He's like 19. You know, so he's been partying all night too. And he's like, yo, what the fuck you want? He doesn't know anything.
That's a good impression.
And I had like my bio picture. Back then we used to print out bio photos. So I was like, yo, I just want to give you my demo and my bio photo and let you know. And here's my bio. I had to print it out. Like I did like a Word document, printed out like all professional, like a dork at 16. Paul was like, yeah, all right, cool, man. Just, yo, don't come back here no more. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Slammed the door in my face. I was like, all right, cool. So when 18 comes around, I go back into the Crazy Hood meeting. There's Paul. He's like, yo, you that kid that showed up at my house at 7 a.m.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then, so imagine Eddie Giggs says you pull people's cards. Pitbull said you hit people with a stick. You know, on some Gambit. There was a Gambit reference too. I saw a clip of it was a Garcia electronic press kit. And the Pit does like a drop for you, and he says, "Yo, Garcia pulling out the stick, hit anybody with the stick or whatever."
I don't remember that, but thank you.
Yeah, but shout out Pit, shout out Chico Pit.
That's my dude. Yeah.
I bring that up to say though that I heard DJ EFN wanted to hit you with the stick one time for not wanting to perform, was it, or something like that?
Yeah, man, it was.
He'll never live this one down.
Nah, hell no. South Beach. Shout out to DJ Snow White, Miami legend.
Shout out to Snow White.
I forgot the name of the club for the life of me. Sorry. There was a performance, and she had booked me as the local act to perform, and I got in. And
DJ Snow White's female.
Yeah, she's amazing, bro. DJ
Dope
Snow
name
White,
for a girl.
Yeah, she's if you know
We need
Miami.
Snow White on the show.
Yeah,
DJ Snow White. If you're listening, we know you
yeah.
are.
If you know Miami hip hop history, like Snow White is ill. But so she had booked me out of the kindness of her heart. I think out of the kindness to E, because nobody was really booking me at the time, and I went there, and there was like 4 people. Like nobody, in my brain, it was like my first big show, right? So like in my brain, I thought it was gonna be slam packed, and there was like nobody there. That's the gist of coming.
That's in my brain. That's in my brain.
Yeah. So I walk in, I'm like, oh fuck, and he's like, so I didn't want to do it. I freaked out. I got stage fright, and I walked out, and he wanted to beat the shit out of me. Like he was like, what the fuck you mean you're not gonna perform? I'm like, no, I'm not feeling it, man. The vibes ain't right. He's like, you better get the fuck back in there.
The vibes ain't right. The vibes ain't right. It's crazy. That's
He's like, you better get the fuck back in there and rock. And I punked out.
Wow.
I punked out.
So what's
That was the only time I ever got stage fright in my life.
What's the dynamic for like with that? Like, did you guys show up together and have to leave together? Or you guys like in a car ride together?
Yeah, it was a very awkward car ride home.
Car ride
Yeah, from the beach to Kendall was not easy.
Damn. Fuck. Okay. And then
I thought EFN was gonna drop me for sure.
But he didn't.
Rocked stages everywhere.
Yeah, I've
So,
done.
but that's pivotal. Maybe that moment is pivotal, and you do like revisit like your performance and like how you approach performing after that moment. Like what happens after? Because E doesn't drop you, right? You don't like get like kicked out and then get back in the group.
No,
like,
I mean, I think I may have gone in and done a verse. I think I may have gone in and did a verse, but I did my whole set like I should have. But what happens then is he's like, yo, if you're gonna rock with this crew, like this is what it is, and you're gonna do this shit, and that's kind of what happened, and I had no choice. It's fight or flight at that point. Like you better get in there.
at that time, who is he managing like Mayday or anybody else?
No, Mayday was around. Mayday was even like the band that it is today at that point. Like at that point, Mayday was just starting to get together, and that was just Bernie and Plex. Rec was around.
Doing his own thing solo.
Solo. I don't even think Rec was around yet.
Battle rapping, right? That's
Yeah,
where
he was
Rec
kind of
came up.
battle. He was on his
Yeah.
way up. Like I'm a little older than Rec.
Shadow Rec.
Yeah, my
Mayday.
my neighbor actually lives like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he lives like fucking half a mile from me.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think Rec was just starting to like make a couple little waves. It was very, very pre Miami underground scene. Miami's baby stages of forming underground. Rec was probably still in high school at that point.
And then imagine you're one of the first people in Miami music scene like that one. Like the internet starts coming around and everything. Do you have like a favorite song of yours or favorite verse of yours, like with like maybe like featuring Heckler or somebody from Crazy Hood, like in that sense? Or like just records from your time making music. Do you have like favorite records?
Yeah, I think none of them. With my first single, none of them was a really big.
It's funny the way that sentence goes. I think none of them.
No, the song is called. Yeah,
No, I get it, but not knowing the name of the song.
Yeah. The song is called None of Them, and that was like my first one, and I did.
Lead single, right? From
From Antisocial. Yeah. From I gotta get close to the mic before your father kills me.
Nick Fury.
Yeah. Nick Fury produced that. So none of them. I really like this record. I did.
A lot of Marvel names: Nick Fury, Gambit,
Huh?
Castaway on the remix to that.
Castaway. Shout
yeah.
out Castaway.
Shout out Castaway.
On 99
Yeah.
Jams every day at that
Yeah.
time.
But none of them. And then obviously Clap Your Hands. Clap Your Hands was a pivotal moment in my career because Clap Your Hands was the first time I ever attempted to do anything.
Yeah, Clap Your Hand was big, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty big record for me. You know?
And what's the sample? There's a sample on that song.
Yeah, it's Africa Bambaata's
They had your own version.
Play
Planet
Patrol. Yeah, Planet Patrol. Yeah.
Oh, Africa Bambaataa. Grumpy OGs love that
Africa
guy.
Bambaataa, but the same producer as Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Arthur
okay.
Baker.
Yeah.
Got it. And do you have like a crazy story from like your time at Power 96? Like what's like a really crazy like
I got one that's really good.
Okay.
So, shit, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the DJ's names. First off, my time at Power 96 is not my time. I never worked at Power 96.
But you had like an era where you were there a lot, no?
Yeah.
You lived there. Your own words.
Yeah.
Your own words, you lived there.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, I would live in Power 96, like in its own way. Like shout out to Lucy Lopez and Zog. So I wanted to get my records on the radio really bad, and I figured the only way to do that was back then. And your father could attest to this. Every rapper was doing like remix. So there was a famous song that would come out. We would just grab the beat, record our version of it, and do like a bootleg remix. So we would take, say it was, I don't know who was popping, 50 Cent in the club.
Yeah.
I would take 50 Cent's first verse out.
Yeah.
And then drop my verse in, and then the song would keep playing. So you make it easy for the DJ to kind of spin you into it.
Exactly.
And you always got to shout out Power 96. You'd have to make a version for every radio station. And then I would go, oh man, Mauricio is going to love this. And I would sit in the parking lot of Power 96.
Okay, camping.
Yeah, I can't, because I think I'm the reason they had gates and shit. Like they put gates up. Because I would just show up at the parking lot and just sit there.
Now, he's cool, but we can't let this happen.
Mauricio would always play me. And I would sit there forever. And it got to a point, DJ Def started playing me. I was like, fuck, the main guys aren't playing me. Let me just take my shot at the Power Love Hour. So I would remix R&B records, and then like, if that didn't work, there'd be a live broadcast at the club that they'd be like, oh, we're broadcasting live from Club Space. All right, cool. I'm going to be when Club Space opens at 10 o'clock and just be in the DJ booth when you get there and be like, hi, here's my CD, play it. And just stare at you in the fucking face. But I would wait for the DJs to come out.
No bread, no donation, just pressure.
Just pressure. And
Severe.
Shout out to Eddie Giggs. He would come with me everywhere.
Dope.
And I would be waiting in the parking lot when the mix DJ would come downstairs. They'd see my car. Like, fuck. There's this guy again. And I would hand him CD, and I did the same thing. I wanted through the beat. Then it started catching on because the DJs realized I wasn't going anywhere. So they had to play it or I wouldn't leave. So they started playing the remixes. It started getting my name up a little bit. At the same time, Pitbull was doing the same program. Pitbull was having a lot of success with the same situation. Then I started doing like intros to shows. So I was the intro for the Baker Boys show. Like, oh, you're listening to the Baker Boys, and you make those little intros. And then the radio station started letting me in. So like at night when all the main employees would leave, like Zog and Lucy ran the night show, right?
And you knew you had a relationship with them already?
Well, I went to high school with Zog.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, at that time it was Zog and Teddy T. I mean, Lucy Lopez and Teddy T. Mentira.
Okay, Zog comes after.
Yeah. I remember one time Teddy T came in, and Lucy's probably not going to remember this and shit, but Teddy T came in and he brought a bunch of weed brownies.
Oh, shit.
Right? And I was hungry as a motherfucker. But I had no idea they were weed brownies. So the down brownies are just sitting there and shit. And, they'll play music and they'll go to the bathroom and shit. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have a brownie. Or two or three. Right? And all I know is they left at like 10 o'clock. The show was over. Def came in and I was just still sitting in the corner like quiet as fuck.
Def, literally.
And I'll tell you how far this goes back. Evie was the girl answering the request lines on the phone.
Wow.
Yeah, she wasn't
crazy.
even on air
She
yet.
wasn't even on air yet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Evie, if you're listening. you
Yeah,
know
shout
you
out
are.
to Evie.
It's crazy. Okay, and then so it does this like open the door for like the situation with like Rockers Records and TVT Records? That's what it is?
Ruckus, I had a situation. Shout out to Jarrett Meyer. I'm still friends with him today. Ruckus is the same guy owns Up Rocks, is the guy who started Ruckus Records.
Okay.
TBT Records, I had a situation with them. I didn't have a situation. They were engaging me to sign.
This is after the Power 96 or is it like during that time? That you're
At
on the
that
radio?
time, because all that grinding of being on the radio over and over and over
Opens doors and
opens
politicking
doors.
and networking.
And that's
Got
where
it.
Clap Your Hands really comes in, because I would try to stalk Khaled, and I couldn't get Khaled to play my shit at all. Like Khaled was really hard. And then one day I just walked into the 99 Jams with him, and he was about to do his mix show, and I just said, yo, bro, like, whatever. Like I had given up on Khaled. I was like, all right, man, look, hey man, here's my new single, Clap Your Hands. Like, no, listen to it if you like it, whatever, cool, whatever. You know, and I walked out. And I remember I was living on the beach at the time. I was walking down, I'll never forget this day. I was walking down 7th and Washington, and he texted me. And he was like, yo, turn on the radio like in the next 10 minutes.
Khaled?
Yeah, Khaled.
Wow.
He was like, yo, turn on the radio in like 10 minutes. And I was like, oh shit. So I just jetted up, because back then you still had a radio. So I jetted up and I turned on the radio, and he played Clap Your Hands. I'm not even exaggerating, maybe 6 to 10 times in a row.
Brought it back.
He just kept like Funk Flex dropping bombs, like Garcia, Crazy Hood. Bah, he just dropped a bomb. I'm like, holy fucking shit, we made it. And then from there, Clap Your Hands gets on Power 96 for real. Like now it's going into rotation at Power 96. Wow. Because Khaled literally broke that record. So then Power 96 put it into rotation.
Shout out Khaled, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, he did a lot for me. I'll never ever forget that story. And then when you get a certain, back then when you had a certain amount of radio spins, record labels would come kind of knocking at your door.
Oh, it's like you unlock it like an achievement, boom.
Yeah. Like if you had like 600 to 1,000 spins in a month in your market, labels are interested. It's kind of like having 200,000 followers on Instagram
views and engagement. That's the labels are still doing that now. They're just equating value to TikTok followers.
Exactly.
And that shit. Not even streaming numbers so much. Crazy.
Yeah, and then Ruckus had engaged me, and I really wanted to sign to Ruckus, but we didn't really come to a good understanding on financials.
Okay.
But that's because Jared was a class act the whole way, like class act. Like I got nothing bad to say about Ruckus Records. I mean, dude, those guys started Mos Def, Common, Talib Kweli, you name it, all my favorite rappers. And then TVT, I remember wanting to kind of be there because I saw the success they were having with Pitt, and I called Pitt when I left there, and I said, yo, I just met with TVT, and he was like, run as fast as you can.
Oh, because they got in trouble, right? They got into isn't that
I mean, I can't speak on what they did. I wasn't for anything outside of me. I don't know.
Okay.
But he basically just said, look, I'm not going to be there much longer, and you might want to get out of there too. And at first I thought he was hating on me, like straight up. I thought Pitt was like flat out hating, because Miami was like that at the time. I was like,
Pitt ain't never been a hit.
but I realized then, like 6 months later, I realized, no, this motherfucker was looking out for me. Like he really left the label, and he was looking out. So, and Pitt's my dog. Like I'm never going to say anything bad about Pitt. But at the moment, my short-mindedness thought that he was hating on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Paranoia, man. The industry, I guess, and like clout, even though it's
I mean,
a new term.
You're 22 years old.
Doing it too, yeah.
Look, I'm 22 years old. I'm self-made. I grew up in a small little subsection of Miami called Kendall. I don't know jack shit about anything, bro. Like my dad isn't a successful guy. Like I don't have a lot of business background. I'm just being engulfed by all this shit. So it's hard to like kind of navigate. And then you got the streets, people in your head, like, oh, they're hyping you up and they're telling you this, and then you got the girls, and the girls are like, oh, you're this, you're that, and it's really easy to get kind of lost in all that and navigate all that. And I did for a little bit at 22, 23. Now, looking back now, like bro, you see me like with my music video career, which has gone way past what my music career has ever done, my film career. I don't allow that to happen. Like I was able to learn from those mistakes.
And this is a natural transition. I'm glad you brought it up, because that's one of the things I'm most curious about is the transition from music to film. And I genuinely think like the fact that you maybe come from like an artist background that benefits the filmmaking a lot, I think, in a way. But I wanted to ask, so like those record situations falling out, is that like, well, first and foremost, I guess, to better ask the question and better understand the answer, do you have like a hand in your own videos when you're rapping, like when you're doing the music thing? Like, are you like a hands-on, like with the video type of guy, or are you just letting the video guys do the thing and you're not?
Well, I don't rap anymore. Yeah, but
back then, I'm saying back then.
Oh,
like,
back then, yeah, for sure. Yeah, me and Jokes. Shout out to Jokes. Yeah.
Okay, so you're like working hands-on. Like, okay, but what about this idea? What about that idea?
Yeah. Jokes was like the only guy I would trust back in the day to do my videos, and me and Jokes met in film school, believe it or not.
But you would do a lot of your own stuff too, like
yeah, of course.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to understand.
That's kind of how it all started. Like, I was very independent, like guerrilla artist, whereas like, if nobody could do it for me, I'm just gonna do it myself until somebody can help me.
Very important, yeah.
So I was the first guy like in my high school that had like an actual printed cassette with like a laminated cover that was shrink wrapped, and that was because I saved my money for a year to be able to do that and save for a proper studio mix down while everybody's handing out Maxwell tapes.
Do you have a pic of that project?
I still have, yeah, I can send it to you. I can send you the cassette.
Dope.
Yeah, it's me with my shirt off looking off.
That's dope.
So
That's legendary.
I'll send it to you tonight. And then so I was the first guy to do that. I wanted a music video.
Okay.
I couldn't afford anybody to like do this for me. So what I did was I turned 18, got a credit card, and this is a pretty infamous story about me. I realized that Best Buy had a 30-day return policy. So I would go and buy a camera on my credit card that I knew I couldn't afford. And then I would like tell Eddie Giggs or EFN or somebody like, all right, just get low and like film me here and just try it that way. And then we would record the video the next day after buying the camera. And then the day after that, I would return the camera back and be like, yeah, it didn't really work the way I wanted it to.
Wow.
And I did that over and over again.
Multiple times?
Multiple times. I couldn't afford a camera. So
Can you put a number to how many times you did it? Like double digits?
double digits for sure. Hands down.
Really?
Hands fucking down. Yeah, double
Wow.
digits. Hands down. Hands down. Nah, for sure. Hands down. And then, you know, I got a cracked version of like Final Cut Pro 1, you know, and I taught myself how to edit. And then I was like, yo, I'm kind of good at this shit. You know, when I was like 18, I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So in college, I didn't want to do music engineering. I had no interest in learning how to mix records. You know, I never liked the knob pushing. It just wasn't like visually stimulating enough for me. I like to see things, and just watching a knob and hearing things like it's cool, but like it wasn't really my thing.
I feel that. I feel that. Visually stimulating. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I realized I was kind of good at video, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just like I'll tell you what I was in school for, which will blow your mind. But I minored in film. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Miami-Dade Community College and do film.
What'd you major in?
Criminology, bro. I want to be a homicide detective.
That's cool. That's you. You kind of look like a.
Thanks.
Edit him into a police officer.
Nah, I was always interested in serial killer, and I think it was because a couple of people in my family had died of homicides.
Oh wow.
And I kind of like the like what makes somebody do that, you know?
Yeah,
and
Batman
and serial killers and
literally Bruce Wayne's whole thing.
And I remember I did my thesis on Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Oh man, I still haven't seen that yet. He was wild, huh?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to see this every day.
Wow,
Like I showing up to these kind of scenes, like this is fucked up. And then you realize that like homicide detectives have like the highest divorce rate of like in the country.
Oh man, I could imagine you messed up mentally. Yeah.
I mean, you're surrounded by death all day. Then you got to come home and like be normal and have a family. So I was just like,
jeez.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to do this. But it's weird because like my obsession is literally watching true crime docs to this day.
Oh man. Well, real life stuff, like not biopics, not like the Netflix like reenacted things. You're talking about like the documentaries, like showing like.
Yeah, I watch a lot of true crime docs. I've seen like every.
Do you like the biopics though? Like, do you like the where they recreate
like the monsters and shit like that? Where they
right?
do,
That's the one where they
the
did
Dahmer.
about,
I thought the Dahmer one was really good.
I get anguish, so that stuff like trips me out. Like, you know, like it's like, oh no. But don't get me wrong, Game of Thrones, you cut a bad guy's head off. I'm all for that. But the killer stuff is kind of weird because like they make it gory. Gore is not horror. You get me? Gore is like it's
a section of horror.
Yeah,
it's kind of horrific, you know. So,
but knowing it's based on a true story, than being like kind of like.
I guess maybe there is a mental thing about it as well.
I think what I learned off Dahmer was like. That show was how sick America was because like there was a huge trend of everybody wanting to get the glasses, you know, and like and girls been like, oh my god,
recently, right now,
and like everybody wanted to get Dahmer's glasses and dress like Dahmer and I was like, I mean I get it, those are a huge fashion trend in the '80s, but like
we're living in crazy times.
Yeah.
Listen, healthcare companies suck. Well, the healthcare system out here sucks, but the fact that people were cheering on the Luigi guy killing the dude, like that's crazy. Like that's I don't know, like that was wild to me. And
I mean, I don't glorify death.
I don't think the death penalty even works. I think like criminal wise, like for people that get like the death penalty, I feel like that's like retarded. Like just lock them up in like solitary confinement forever. Have them make pencils or like.
Yeah, but you're paying for
license
that.
Plates.
What if I told you were paying for that?
I mean, but the truth is. We're paying for it, but they're giving back to society by putting them to work. Like that's the whole point.
But they don't. If you're on death row, you don't get jobs.
They got to rework that system.
If you're in solitary confinement, you're not leaving solitary.
What if you give the person an option? Well, solitary confinement when you're not working. You feel me? Like solitary confinement.
That's not solitary confinement. Solitary confinement is 23 hours a day, one day. Like right now, Chapo is.
Yeah, and then.
Yeah, you got 1 hour to do some push-ups. Take
so
a
you
shower
get 2 hours, 1 hour for but you see the push-up things. We're cutting that out. You just get food and then work and then solitary.
That's
confinement.
not how solitary confinement works. There's no purpose there. You still have engagement with other people. Solitary confinement is really designed for people that are high threats
to break them.
Not only to break them, to stop their communication. Like if you look at who's in solitary confinement, it's usually mob leaders, drug dealers. They're not allowed access to the inside of the population of the prison because they can affect society even through prison.
So it's not really like a killer thing. It's more like a connected person thing. Like, cause my mind goes to like the worst of the worst case solitary you could find, like violent people and things like that. But that's a good point. It's not. On the contrary, it's probably the less violent people, it's the more connected people.
I mean, the leader,
Walter White,
the leader of Latin Kings, the guy who invented it, the Cuban guy from Chicago. Fuck, I forgot his name right now.
King Tone, right?
No, not King Tone. Before King Tone, the guy who actually started the Latin Kings.
We'll drop it here for them.
Yeah, he's Cuban.
Cuban guy.
Yeah, he's a Cuban guy. Was in Chicago and then went to New York and then started it there. I think. No, it came to Miami and then went up to New York.
Oh, a Cuban started Latin Kings.
Yeah, it was a Puerto Rican gang was started by a Cuban. Yeah, straight up.
Oh, because okay,
But
that's
it's not
crazy.
necessarily a Puerto Rican gang, but a majority.
No,
of them
right now
are
it's majority Puerto Rican. Yeah, but he's in FDX 23 hours a day. The only person he could talk to is his attorney. He's not allowed to talk to even to his mom.
Is it Felipe? Something?
Felipe something. Yeah, Felipe
Delgado?
some shit like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Right?
But yeah, he's 22. Now, he was calling hits from prison though. Like, leader of the Mexican mafia, like those guys can call hits from prison. Like they can literally make a situation happen on the streets from behind bars. So that, look, I'm not going to give you my opinion on the death penalty. I sway here and there. It's tough when you realize later that somebody was executed that was innocent.
And just to answer your question about or your statement about our taxpayer, bro, our taxpayer dollars go to freaking nuclear bombs and all kinds of crazy bombs and drones and all kinds of crazy things that are blowing up, innocent people and like it's crazy, So it's like I ain't tripping about that. I just feel like the death penalty is kind of like counterintuitive and like I don't know, like I don't know. Maybe it's like the God talking to me like, oh, no death in the world, like, but it's like
I mean, look, like I say, I think it's above my pay grade.
Right.
To I guess that's my point of what I was challenging you on. Like, well, if it's like, it's above my pay grade. I don't have that kind of power to decide life and death. It would be really hard for me to commit someone to death, regardless of what they done, unless I had unequivocal proof that they did this. And then even still, is like, okay, like you say, solitary confinement for 50 years. Those guys are begging to die.
I just feel like it's a cop out though. I just realized now why my mind's against it. I've realized my philosophy on it. My philosophy is that it's a cop out for the criminal. Like think about all these public shooters and school shooters. What do 9 times out of 10 do? They do the crime and then they go to kill themselves. Like that's 9 times out of 10 what they go for. So I just feel like giving these monsters death penalties is like giving them the easy way out because a lot of times they want that. Like I just feel like for the victims and the people of the affected victims, I feel like maybe that's not like, I don't know, like to live with that. Like, and I guess maybe some people at the time, you want that revenge, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe psychologically for the human, maybe that's not best. I feel like maybe it would be best as like, letting shit go and like type shit. But I it's hard. It's hard to deal with,
Have you ever met anybody affiliated to a school shooting, a victim of it?
Yeah, man. I had a coworker that was related to the Parkland things and you always hear about the things, but until you actually see somebody that like call somebody out like, yeah, it's not really funny, like this is fucked up, like this is that, and like, you see how somebody goes from cheery and jolly and like it changes the whole thing. It's like, damn, this is like, I guess like here close to home.
So we did a music video for the students of Parkland, like literally before the school reopened.
Wow.
And we shot it at the school.
Wow. And
the school was still sectioned off, and my job on that video was to film the parents holding up photos of their deceased children. And it sounds easy, but when you realize that these were yearbook photos that the parents had never seen.
Yeah, it's tough.
And so like now they're seeing this picture they never seen of their kids, and I cried that day as a father. Like I was like, whoa, like it's hard.
Yeah.
To tell you what I think is right for the victims, or what, like I think, if the father of one victim says, hey, I want this guy to die, he's right. And if the other father says, hey, life in prison, he's right. If the other father wants to forgive him, like, who am I to judge,
Facts,
bro?
100%, you're right.
Like, I don't know. That's why I say it's above my pay grade, though. You all right?
Yeah, no, I was emotional, man. Just the mental image, man. It's it's fucked up. It's fucked up shit we're dealing with in this country with kids dying in fucking schools and fucking no other country deals with it, and fucking people have the audacity to say, oh, we're the fucking superpower, and it's like, homie, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? The closest thing is in Norway. They had a guy with a bow and arrow, bro. Like, the fuck out of here. School shootings is madness. The most you get is somebody stabbing people up in London. Like the shootings in public is crazy. School shootings to our future of our society.
Well, weapons,
and we just scoff at it.
Weapons aren't available throughout the world like that.
Man,
not legally, not readily.
Man, the whole world shook at that shit that happened in Australia. Shit like that happens on a weekly basis out here, bro. It's to the point that the news companies don't even cover it because it's more you get more money covering the political garbage. You feel
Well,
me?
it's not. I can tell you why the news doesn't cover it every match.
It doesn't fall into the political fucking
Not necessarily. I think really it's and this is going to be a really sad statement to make to you, but if the casualty rate isn't high enough, it's not newsworthy.
now. But that's what I'm saying. Rewind 10 years ago. Rewind 10.
Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
But it's like, oh, it's only 4 bodies. Well, where were the 4 bodies dropped? Oh, in a park.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh, 12 bodies. Well, now we're talking.
But that's my point, G. That wasn't this. This wasn't like this 10, 15 years ago. This wasn't like this like early in 2000s. This is normal now with the combination of social media, the combination of it happening, and the combination of us just being like, oh, another one, oh, another one, oh, another one, oh, another one.
I think it's just more exposed now, but it's been pretty
I mean, look,
But
bro,
the
I was
exposure-
alive during the first major school shooting of Columbine. I wasn't there, obviously, because I don't live in Colorado. But
And people talked about Columbine for years. My whole childhood, people talked about Columbine. Now there's countless school shootings that they don't even get names. You don't refer to Parkland's maybe one of the most notorious ones, and that's every other one's.
I think the world, it's my outlook. I can't say I'm right, and I'm not debating you. Please don't take it as a debate. I don't have all the answers, and I'm not saying you're right or I'm wrong. I don't think it's a right or wrong situation. But the world's been fucked up since day one. Like, people are like, oh my God, look, we have COVID. It's like, all right, cool. We had the Black Plague like 400 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, there's a religious war going on in the Middle East. Okay, well, that's been going on for thousands of years.
Facts.
Before guns, people were getting their heads chopped off over fucking anything. Like the rule of thumb, from what I understand, I may be wrong, but the term rule of thumb, just 100 years ago, you were allowed to beat your wife with a stick as long as the stick wasn't thicker than your thumb. That's the rule of thumb.
Wow.
Yeah, so something to that effect. Yeah, so like that's where the term rule of thumb comes from. So, like,
That's insane.
yeah, like 60 years ago, people of color.
That's insane.
Oh, you didn't know?
Just fuck my head up with that.
Yeah, huh?
early 1900s.
Yeah, early 1900s. Yeah, so like, women weren't allowed to vote. Like up to I think 50, 60, 70 years ago, women couldn't vote. Yeah, colored people couldn't go to school with you 6 years ago. I mean, is the world in a better place or worse place now? I don't know, but I can tell you that from a guy who grew up in the 80s. I was born in the 70s. Grew up in the 80s and the 90s. I think that social media, I think the information's hitting you faster.
Yeah.
And then the information is becoming disinformation because everybody wants to jump in it with opinions faster.
Yeah.
And the conspiracy theories are spreading quicker and people are not really fact checking anything. They're just running with it.
100%.
And instead of actually absorbing the media and the news, we're running off of headlines without knowing real facts. It's easy to say that Luigi's a vigilante, for killing the healthcare guy. It's easy to say that his mom passed away. Do we really know any of these things? Like, do we really know why he did it? Do we really know that he did it? Like, what are the facts here? Were his rights violated? Did they read him his Miranda rights? I mean, there's certain things in place in this country to protect people. There's a lot of things happening. Do I think Luigi was right? Like I said, I don't justify murder, dog. Like, I don't. But I'm also a hypocrite because if you lay a finger on my kid, that's your ass.
Murder.
That's your ass, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know. I could just tell you that the best way to look at it is if you want to make change in the world, it comes in the same form as small increments. Be the change you want to see, bro. Get up, do something good, do something positive, impact yourself in a positive way, and be good to others, and hopefully the rest of the world follows, because it's above our pay grades, dog. Like, there's nothing we're gonna stop dropping of bombs, and we could try to vote for the politicians and we could get outvoted by the electoral vote, but all we could do is handle what we have in our daily lives and understand that the world is what the world is. And yes, it feels like it's a big clusterfuck rolling down creating an avalanche, but also media is coming at us really fast, and the media operates off of fear.
Right.
Like trust me, if the news could report to you every day the firefighter that saved the kitten out of the tree, they gladly would, but you wouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
So, and they need to sell ads, and to sell ads, they need ratings, and the way to get ratings is to freak you the fuck out.
Facts.
And that's just the facts.
Yeah.
Like that I can tell you is a fact. Aside from that, we can get into a philosophical debate all day, and I have my opinion, you have your opinion. And I think that's the other thing. Nobody knows how to sit down and have a philosophical debate on anything anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm on the right side. Oh, I'm on the left side. Oh, it's like, You guys are all saying the same fucking shit. You're just pointing. You know what I'm saying? You're just pointing in different directions, but all your points are the same, dude.
Retarded.
You know, the answer is probably right in the middle, and nobody sees it.
Yep.
You know, extreme left, extreme right. You guys are all fucking psychopaths.
It's only a handful of things that they really disagree on as well, too.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Abortion, vaccines, you know.
Yeah, so it's like whatever your political view. Like I have, like I'm not gonna tell you what side I'm on, but I have friends on the left, I have friends on the right, and I love them both dearly, and I don't give a fuck who you voted for, as long as you're not a psychopath.
Yeah,
like it's cool.
That's the key.
You know, straight up, like
100%.
I don't care.
Facts. And then
I don't know how we got here.
yeah, no, that was good. That was good. That's what we do here on the Heir Cast. Explain to me what's it like on set with Kodak for tunnel vision? How does that?
That
go?
was fucking cool.
Yeah, that was a crazy video. That's a crazy video, literally legendary, and also at a crazy time too. The release of it. I don't know how far back you guys filmed it, but
like the week it came out, we filmed it.
oh wow, so
Yeah, so Gil called me. I was on set. I was a production assistant picking up garbage.
wow.
And that's how I kind of learned everything I learned. And I was on set, and Gil called me and said, "Yo, you know about Kodak Black?" And of course, I'd heard of him. But to say I was a fan of his music was like maybe, no, so.
You're very early.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, this is a mumble rapper kid, and, he's blowing up, and Atlantic wants to do a video, and the budget is like, $10,000 or whatever. Do you want to do it? At the time, for me, $10,000 was like giving me $1 million. I was doing videos for, fuck, if I made $50 on a video, it'd be great. Like $500. That was my total budget, was like $500.
The $10,000 covers the budget for the video. That's just your payment to do the video.
No, my payment is 10% of that $10,000, so $1,000.
Okay.
So I'd never seen $1,000 shooting anything.
Anything.
So I was like, oh shit, this is cool. He goes, all right, cool. And shout out to Gil. He had saw my hustle, even from the music industry, but he as a rapper, but he saw me like really grinding it out to learn film and becoming a production assistant and grinding it out and humbling myself. He goes, all right, I'm gonna hook you up. Write on it. Send me the record. I heard it. I didn't understand a fucking word.
Write a treatment.
Yeah. I didn't understand a word Kodak was saying.
They don't like to see you winning.
No, I mean, you articulated better than he did at the time. So I was like, shit, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I had no clue. So I was like, all right. And I just heard this one line. I told you N-words. I was going to be that N-word. Right? And I was like, oh, I thought he said I told you N-words. I wasn't going to be your N-word. So I was like,
that's where the slavery play comes
That's
in.
the only thing I understood of the whole song. That and the 2 words tunnel vision. I didn't understand anything else.
Does he know that?
I mean, I've said this in an interview before. Hopefully he knows it by now. That's my dude. But
Kodak, if you're listening, we know you are.
So I was like, shit, this song, I know this song's about racism. Nobody's catching on to this. Watch this. And
Miami Django.
yeah, so everybody was like, yo.
Broward Django.
And at the time, the country was hyper polarized. Trump was about to be elected office. And
the beginning of all this hyperpolarization. I don't feel like it's laid down since.
Yeah. This is like the incept of it, right? Obama's on his way out. Trump's on his way in. And the Make America Great hats are starting to sell, and people,
Kanye's going crazy.
Kanye hadn't even gone crazy.
Oh right, no, this is like a year right before, or maybe
2015, right?
2017.
2017.
Yeah,
Trump was in office.
no, 2017. He got inaugurated. He got into office 2017. It was 2016. So,
he wins. Yeah,
He
right.
wins in 2016.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he gets inaugurated January, right?
yeah.
Exactly,
So I'm like, shit. All right. So I go, fuck. What if I just flip racism on its ass, and I'm gonna have Kodak and his crew lynching the Ku Klux Klan and burning crosses, and I'm gonna have a black guy and a white guy that meet in a field and they fight over racism, and they shoot the fade, and the black guy's got a hat, but the hat's gonna say "Make America Hate Again" versus "Make America Great Again." I have that actual hat, by the way. I'll send you a picture.
Oh man,
Kodak
sick.
signed it for me. I have it. Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
So I was like, yeah, this is gonna be dope, and the fucking label, I sent it in, and I literally wrote in the treatment, I think it'd be something to this effect. I wrote, I think it would be really great to make a video that makes a statement by a rapper that's not known for making statements, or no, that a rapper no one can understand. Something to that effect.
Oh, okay, a statement from someone. Okay,
yeah,
got it,
and the label was like, oh, so Marcia St. Hubert, who was the head of marketing at Atlantic at the time, she calls me the next day. She's like, it was like Tuesday. She was like, yo, can you shoot this Friday? I was like, psh. At that time, I was shooting videos on 2 hours notice. So I was like, fuck yeah, I can shoot this Friday. She was like, all right, cool. So she flew in. Kodak was on house arrest. Wow. And we shot the fade first. Like we shot the fight scene first because Kodak could only be there for 3 hours because of his house arrest.
Got it. Okay. How does that work? The logistics?
Yeah. So he got permission from his parole officer or whoever house arrest thing. That,
Tight
yeah.
window, those 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours coming from Broward.
Yeah.
And we shot in Homestead. So
Wow, shit.
yeah,
So
shout
really
out
like an hour.
Yeah, we shot at my boy Eddie Angel's farm, and we went and we got this. You know, I had to burn these crosses, so we went and got a bunch of wood. And it's not like a guy burned crosses. Like I don't fucking know. I'm not.
Yeah, it's just
I'm not racist. Like I'm not part of the Klan. So why would I ever burn a cross? You know. So like I don't fucking know how this works. So we went and got a bunch of wood, and we tied it together and made these huge crosses, these huge 2x4s, and we stick it in the ground and douse it with gasoline and hit the lighter, and nothing happens. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I didn't realize that the wood you buy in Home Depot is treated to not. It's non-flammable.
Non-flammable, yeah.
So
to avoid fires.
how the fuck do I know this? You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. And this is where you have an art director or somebody that's like in charge of this department to help you, or a special effects guy. I'm doing everything with my little 4-man crew at the time. So I'm like, oh fuck, what do I do now? So we went and got a bunch of palm tree leaves, and we wrapped the fucking thing up in palm tree leaves. Like literally, the cross was set up palm tree leaves, all the way up palm tree leaves. And I sent my homeboy to the gas station in Homestead, and he got a bunch of diesel fuel because we knew that shit was going up. So we just fucking doused it with diesel fuel, and we lit it, and it went up so fast that the cross literally started cracking and buckling over Kodak. And it, right when we called cut, it came down and almost like hit him. You know, that was a fuck. But that was that one take you see of him in front of the cross. That's all we had. I think we had like 2 takes. That take and like a quick, like, hurry up, finish this burning, and close up. And we had like the rest of the wood that was burning, and we did the close up there, and that was it. We only had 2 takes. Done.
Very poetic. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. And then I put it out. Well, I didn't put it out. I sent it to the label, and the label was like, oh, this is great. And I was like, cool. And like, mind you, I still don't really know the magnitude of what Kodak is yet. You know, for the last 3 years, I've been in like film jail, production assistant world, listening to like old school hip hop to get by. You know, so I'm not up on the current state of like, you know, gutter down South Miami rap shit. You know, so I wasn't up on it. I was really focused on getting my life back together. And I remember she was, oh, it's coming out for Thursday, whatever, or Friday at midnight. I went, all right, cool. So no big deal. I'll go to sleep. Wake up. Phone's like got 30,000 missed calls. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So my boy Will calls. He goes, yo, you did that Kodak video? Will's in New York City. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you did the Kodak video? And I was like, yeah, why? He's like, yo, I'm in the barbershop. It's all they're fucking playing. I'm like, in New York? He's like, yo, son, like, how many views does that have? And I was like, I have no idea. And I went on YouTube, and it had like 3 million views in like 12 hours. And I was like, holy fuck. And next thing you know, like every label had my phone number. Like they'll find you when they want you. And everybody had my number at that point. And then I'll never forget, it was the youth fair, was around that time. And I took my 2016, she must have been 8, 9, somewhere like my daughter. And we're running on that little carousel ride that is like you know, the car goes super fast and it goes backwards and it goes super fast. And you know what I'm talking about? It goes,
like a mountain.
And there's like a DJ, right?
Yeah.
So he plays Tunnel Vision. That same day, like, because the songs are everywhere now.
Wow.
So we're on it, and he plays Tunnel Vision, and the whole youth fair just goes, Tunnel Vision. And I remember my cute little daughter, I love Julie so much. She gets off the ride. I think I'm going to cry. She gets off the ride. She goes, my daddy did that video. That might be the most proud moment I've ever had a film, dog.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Fuck everything else. That was the most proud moment I've ever
That's
filmed.
awesome. That made me cry. Why do you think there's so many miserable rich people and happy broke people?
I don't know that to be true, but I could tell you that money doesn't define happiness. It's how you live your life. Yeah, I don't subscribe to this eat the rich mentality. I've never been rich. I don't know what the fuck that's like. But I think that, you know, money is a great tool and helps you alleviate a lot of stress. But I know guys that wake up in the morning and go out there and they're working $20 an hour jobs or $10 an hour jobs, and they're barely getting by, but they have their kids and they have their wives and they're happy as fuck. And I literally knew a guy that was worth $550 million. And I went to a party at his house, greatest party you've ever seen in your life. And he literally told me, you know what the problem of being rich is? He goes, what? He goes, everybody here, they're all here, including you, because you have an invested interest in me. Nobody really hears, my friend.
Wow.
He goes, sometimes I get in my car and I just want to wrap it around a tree. I don't have any friends. I was like, damn, dog. And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I think the beauty of Crazy Hood and the kind of guy that I am is you have to be able to understand who you are, where you come from, and who your real friends are, and know what's good in your life and what you value. If what you value is material things, I don't think you could ever be happy, because the next thing's coming out in 2 weeks. You know, you're always chasing that dragon. But if you value experiences, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to go around the world with my family and show them things they've never seen. And I'm going to take a portion of my money and I'm going to try to help the community. And then I'm going to take a portion of my money and do something artistically that I can, or something that I'm passionate about. I think that's where money can help you with your happiness. But your happiness, okay, I've been dirt broke. I've had a little bit of money and I've been dirt broke again and I've had a little bit of money, and my happiness is always kind of the same. I get happy. You never be like, oh man, I got 10 racks today. I'm super happy.
That's a skill. Being even keel is a skill, though. Not riding the highs too high, not riding the lows too low. That's a skill, I think. Like, you know, you got to build that over time. Like, that's something I dealt with. You know, like highs would be high, you know, lows would be low. You feel me? But you know,
yo, bro, even presidents change every 4 years, dog.
100, exactly.
Like, you can't sit there and be like, I'm gonna be at the top of my game forever.
Exactly.
You know, like there once was Jordan, then there was Kobe, then there was LeBron. You know, there once was Joe Montana, and then there was Tom Brady, and now there's Patrick Mahomes or whoever you think it is. You know, like GOATs change all the time. What doesn't change is that we're all on a clock. We all have an expiration date. We don't know when that is. What you do with that time within that time frame is up to you.
Okay. And something you should do with your time frame is check out Shakey Grounds. Messed that up. Shakey Grounds out now on Amazon and other places as well too.
I think
right?
Tubi as well now.
Tubi as well too. Okay. Was there ever a different opening for the movie besides the one that you guys went with?
Yeah, there was a lot of things that were different in that movie.
Okay.
That I'm not really at liberty to speak about, but there was a lot of challenges making that film.
Really?
Yeah. There's challenges on making everything. You know,
Okay.
any piece of art. You know, like.
As a director, do you pick, like, are you doing like the final cut on scenes? Like, okay, this is the opening. Like, that's your call at the end, or is it like no?
That's a producer call.
Producer call.
Yeah, unless you're like Christopher Nolan and you have final cut in your contract. But
okay, that's something you
actually that's where the term final cut
comes from.
It's because it's a term in filmmaking. Like, who has final cut means who has the final decision on what this edit is. And a lot of films get destroyed in the final cut process.
Because like the producers, the wrong person gets the final cut.
Yeah, decision by committee. You know, studio comes in and it's like 30,000 guys. Suddenly, I don't like this ending, and then and you don't have final cut, and you can give your opinion, but whether they take it or not, who knows? You know, so
yeah. And
you should look up the story of The Godfather. The Godfather was supposed to be an hour and a half long. They wanted to cut it down by half the movie.
Wow.
So it was too long.
That's crazy. An hour and a half is crazy. Yeah,
greatest,
3 hours is crazy.
Greatest film ever made. You know, so
yeah. Greatest.
I mean, you could look up the list.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people base, like, you know, filmmaking on that. Yeah, I get it. It's good.
Mario Puzo, it's funny, you want to hear a great story about The Godfather? Mario Puzo was a novelist. He wrote the book, The Godfather. He wrote the screenplay. He had never written a screenplay in his life.
Yeah.
So afterwards, after he writes The Godfather, he goes, man, maybe I should like take this more seriously. I'm going to go sign up for a screenwriting class. And the first thing that they told him was just read The Godfather.
yeah. I think I heard you say that. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. And then who comes up with the name The Cuticles? That's what the
that was me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had dirty fingernails that day, and I didn't know what to call a grunge band, so I was like, Cuticles.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't write the movie, but I came up with the name for the band.
So, like in the script, it just has band name. Like, did it have like a
name?
There
was a different band name, but it was super corny. It was like some like 80s sounding, you know, like Def Leppard kind of name that it was like, this doesn't sound like a 2025.
Cuticles is raw. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So you come up with that. And then the music's original? The music they're doing?
Mayday did the music.
Mayday did the music. Oh, okay. I wasn't privy to that. Okay. Yeah, it's dope.
I have Bernie.
Plays the lead, no?
Huh?
Burns plays the lead.
No, he's a supporting
No,
character.
he's a supporting character.
Yeah.
No. Rec and Bernie did the soundtrack. First thing I did was like, how can I get my boys involved? Because I knew that this was going to be like a rough ride.
Real one.
So I just wanted to have like some people around me, and we shot in Arkansas. It's like, yo, Bernie, want to be in a movie? He was like, yeah. I was like, Bernie had been hounding me forever. So I was like, all right, Bernie, I got you. Come play this guitar player. And then Rec, I had always told Rec, if I ever get the chance to make a movie, I'm going to have Mayday do the soundtrack.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And that was like for a decade that I had told Rec. And I got Mayday to do the soundtrack. And then EFN does a cameo just because I was like, yo, there's so many like crazy weird little things that the producers don't know that I would just fuck around with. Like, if you look at the record label, in the scene with the record label, if you look at all the plaques on the wall, they're all my albums.
Oh, those are your albums.
And
Okay.
but there's also Shoddy's album and their Scam album. Like all the plaques is like Shoddy, Scam, me, the All. Like over Eric Roberts' head is the All. Like that's the All album over his head.
That's funny.
Yeah, like
That's hilarious.
You know the Who's Crazy podcast.
Yeah, the
type
Who's
shit.
Crazy to the Drink Chat. That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was hilarious. That was cool, man. Yeah, good. Funny flip. Speaking of that too, is there any like inspiration from like Jay and Silent Bob on like the scenes like with the band out in front of like a building like
No, we just had nowhere to shoot that scene, so we had to decide.
Okay, and then so you said a lot of challenges. What do you think was the overall like the number one hardest part about it? About making the film?
I guess you'll never know.
Fire. Okay.
Because trust me, I have a lot of words, and I just one day I should send you the original screenplay.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
no.
great.
All right, and then so you said a lot of scenes were moved around and stuff like that. So I was gonna ask about if there's any like deleted scene that you wish kind of made the final cut, anything like that.
No, it's just there was a lot that happened. But you know what the greatest thing about that movie was? Like I made friends that will last forever on that movie, and I think. Like, fuck the movie, right? Like, the experience I had, like, I lived in Arkansas. I can say I lived in Arkansas. Like, who the fuck can say it? Like, I lived in Arkansas for 2 months, you know? Like, Ella Cannon, the lead female, is my dog.
What's the line about the French and the S? So how does that go?
Oh, that was him. That was David Lotman. That was all him improv. Like,
he killed it. I think he's one of the most memorable actors.
Bro,
in the
he's
movie,
you know he's in a million commercials now. I don't know if you've seen it, but he's in a
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. That's
he's in a
crazy.
yeah, he's awesome. And then you saw the movie?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, and Moses Jones, the black record label exec, he's in the new Naked Gun movie. He's OJ's son in the new Naked Gun movie.
Oh shit! Really? Wow.
Eric Nelson was on 1883, the leader of the rock band. The girl Mel.
No, Eric Nelson was on iCarly. I don't know if you know what iCarly.
Oh yeah,
is.
I mean Eric are cool as shit to this day. Like,
Oh, wow,
I love Eric and I love Ella. Like they are.
1883?
Huh? Yeah.
He was in 1883?
Yeah, he's in Yellow. Yeah, he's the girl's boyfriend. I think.
Yeah, it's actually on
I love
Paramount.
that 1883
It's on Paramount.
shit.
Yeah. And then Ella, she's doing a bunch of movies. Me and Ella are working on a film right now that we're about to go into production for.
I was gonna ask you.
One that I wrote.
You're only as good as your last product. So
Yeah.
one that you wrote. So you wrote this.
Yeah.
Can you disclose anything about it?
Not
Given
yet,
it-
because the story's so wild that if I even it's a concept that hasn't been done yet.
Fire.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like
say no
I don't
more.
want to like give the concept out and then it's like oh shit. But yeah,
Say no
it's dope.
more. And was the highlight?
But Ella will be the lead in that movie. Yeah.
Ella. Oh, okay. Mel, right? That's,
Yeah. I love Ella. Hi Ella.
She's dope.
Okay.
She killed it. Yeah. Shout out Ella if you're listening. We know you
She's
are.
Australian, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. So if you ever hear her talk, it'll mind fuck you because she's always playing American characters. But I love Ella, dude.
Would love to have an Australian on the podcast, Ella. If you're listening,
Go to Canada. She's in Vancouver right now.
Ella, we're on our way. So was the Highlight film contracted work or was it a passion project?
The what?
The Highlight film? Highlight?
No, that I got contacted by a production company that was doing a pilot for a sports docuseries on Highlight, and they needed a director in Miami that kind of knew the lay of the land, and they knew the scene and could actually pull off shooting a sports doc. And I interviewed for the gig. I was one of a couple of directors they interviewed, and I got the gig.
You interviewed. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the interview process for the director like? Because actors audition. So like, as a director, you like bring like your.
You got to come through with like your vision for it. How do you see it? You know, for me, I told them, look, I think this needs to be fast. For Highlight, it needs to move fast because Highlight's fast.
Are you using like a PowerPoint? Using like visual cues? Are you doing?
Oh, we
stuff
were
like
past that point. Like
Okay.
I was in the room now. Like we're on a Zoom. You know, they're in LA.
Got it.
I was in Miami. We were on a Zoom. I was like, it has to be fast, but I don't think I've ever seen Highlight look like a Nike commercial. And I think that I want this trailer to look like a Nike ad, and I think I pulled that off.
Yeah.
You know, so
It is dope. It is dope.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so
I think that's what got them too. They're like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, like dramatic, sweat dripping, you know, ball hitting and just combining social media, today's social media with like beautiful. And we went into Highlight and we sat there for 7 days and we shot every single practice. We would set up mock games that we could just shoot without the crowd there to make sure that I could get in close. Because, that ball's flying, dog. You got to be
Practice,
very
yeah.
careful. And then I think I was the first guy to ever fly a drone in a Highlight game. So because, you know, Highlight's enclosed. So we had a drone over them. So as the ball's flying, all those aerial shots, that was all my idea of like putting a drone over there.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, we had an FPV drone just flying, capturing all that shit.
That is insane.
Huh?
The ball never hit the drone.
Nah, those guys are good, but let me tell you, man, that's just hard. You ever like pitch the Highlight
No.
pelota?
Never tried.
You want to feel like super not in shape and out of balance and not in control of your own body? Try doing that.
How do you sign up for Highlights? Can you do it like locally, like recreationally? Or
Yeah, you
just
can go.
order
You can
stuff?
go try out right now. Like they'll try. I mean, dude, it's
At the casino? Like where is this going on at? Like where do you do this at? Like
last year was at the Magic City Casino. They're still there or not, I'm not sure. But last year was Magic City Casino. But yeah, you could try out.
okay. And
Those boys are in hella shape though.
as the director guy, as like the visuals guy of Crazy Hood, with this whole Crazy Hood's movie idea that I'm manifesting, do you feel like, oh, I gotta direct it, or because you're like,
I feel I'd be the right guy to direct it. I was there.
who's playing you in the movie?
Who's playing me in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know, Heck is Vince Vaughn. You know.
Yeah. But those guys are all old, bro. Like, who's playing me at this age?
Yeah, we have a DeLorean. We have like a
I've seen the clips.
18 truck wheeler that we're gonna like a DeLorean type of situation. So no rules on the age of the actors. Don't give it too much thought.
Well, I'm saying like, how old am I in the flick?
Well, I mean, ideally in the Drink Champs movie, like you got to do like I don't know. I feel like you got to do the beginning, the origin story. Like low key, you painting the picture of the King Cool story. I feel like the movie kind of got to start like, I guess, kind of like around there. Like
well, it starts before that. It starts with EFN and Sunset.
But they're already rolling. So like, what are you gonna do? The whole origin story like that, like from the beginning? I feel like you kind of got to start with like when the click's already kind of forming, like type shit.
I mean, I think, look, if I had my dream pick who could play me in a film, in their prime, I would probably take John Leguizamo.
Oh, that's funny. That's good.
I would probably, in their prime. He's
that is good.
He's much older now, but
the cast for this movie is hilarious.
Yeah, I love John Leguizamo. I think he's such a talented actor, and I love what he stands for and how he fights for Latino art. Like I would be honored to have him play me in anything. If I had to go like. Yeah, I think John Leguizamo.
That's perfect. I don't want you to mess up the pick.
But sorry, I lost my train of thought. If I was going to cast this movie tomorrow, I would scour the earth for actors nobody knows about.
That's the right way to approach it.
And then pick like the named actors for people that weren't us, because this way you're forced to believe them for who they are. Not have a predisposed notion of like, when you see like
that's so important.
Like I've seen DiCaprio play so many different characters, okay, cool. When I go, I already know what to expect out of DiCaprio. But if you watch like Tupac and Juice, all you knew was Tupac the rapper. So when Tupac goes into Juice, you don't know what to expect, and he becomes Bishop. Like he's like, oh shit, that's Bishop. Pick any TV show you like that you didn't know the actor. Movies and TV are very similar. Movies are a little different, but TV especially, it's all about characters. If I ask you, you watch Breaking Bad, you'll be like, fuck, bro, Walter White, of course.
Nah, but he's a GOAT, though, because he was known for the Malcolm middle of a big
Pick
time.
any TV show. If I name any TV show, the first thing you're going to do is name a character. It's subconscious. You're going to do it. Like, oh, you watch Game of Thrones? Bro, I love Game of Thrones. Daenerys, bro, that's my girl. Oh, man, Jon Snow when he came back from the dead. Oh, do you watch The Wire? What? Omar? Marlo? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, Tony Soprano. Tony, that's my dude. Or Big Pussy from Sopranos. It doesn't matter. Characters are just intertwined like that because you're not invested so much into a story, because that story is going to change over 5 years or 6 years, or however long that show goes. You're investing in this character. Is this guy's life worth my time that I'm going to give him all these years to watch him?
Wow. Okay.
Now with a movie, you got 2 hours. So now the movie's a different game. Now the movie's like, what is this guy going to learn on this journey? How fast can he figure it out? And where does he go from here? And what do I care about? And how challenged is he? It's not so much about the character, because I can name movies here, you won't know the character's name.
Right.
But you'll start figuring shit out.
I'd be like that. And then so like, I guess with Shakey Grounds as an example. So as a director, do you mold the script in that way, like with the?
I didn't write the script.
No, but I'm saying the script's already written. But as a director, because you're shooting the scenes of the script, so you're like translating the script into like visuals.
Yeah.
Do you read the script yourself and you're like, oh, this is the direction they're going, like, so you shoot it in a way like
yeah, of course. Yeah, you got to. They're not just hiring you because you can use a camera.
Right.
You got to have a certain way of doing things.
Like depicting the characters is more, I guess, what I'm trying to ask about. Like,
yeah. It's like you got to come in like, what is the tonality? I call it the tonality. What is the visual language of this film?
Visual language of and on that same note, you do it on a scene by scene basis, right? Like,
I think where I would approach it is, what is the visual language and tone of this movie overall? And then you can go, oh, okay, cool. And then start fucking around. Like, for instance, like if you watch the movie Seven, I don't know if you've ever seen Seven.
Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking fantastic.
Gotta rewatch it.
Fantastic movie. That movie's like shot somewhere like off in like Seattle. It's pouring, it's raining, it's cold. The environment never changes. It's always dark and gritty, and then you could go watch like Titanic. All right, the language is like high fashion Victorian era, really glammed up. You know what a great example of that is? You ever watch Requiem for a Dream? If you've never seen Requiem for a Dream, I highly advise it. It's about addiction. It's a super fucked up movie, but it's one of my favorite films. Requiem for a Dream is broken into 4 seasons, right? So when it starts off, it'll literally say summer. It says summer, like over black, and everything is super colorful. The guys are partying, they're having a good time. The movie's about addiction, right? Then it comes after summer, fall. All the greens and blues of that movie fall off. And now it's more brown.
Cold,
and
blue.
It's fall. It's brown.
No, but I'm saying cold, like visually, like, warm,
Not
cold.
yet. It's still kind of warm because it's still fall.
Oh.
So it's brown. But now the guys are becoming a little more addicted to the drugs. By the time they get to winter, that movie's fucking damn near monochromatic, bro. Like, it's just dark. Like, there's no color. All the color's been sucked out. I mean, there's still color, like, in the skin. But, like, everything's black and whites and gray tones. And it's just super dark. And what he did was he described visually the stages of drug addiction like the seasons of a year. That's kind of like the genius behind that film. So when you look at a film tonally that's like a classic and you go, oh shit, like there's a visual language that's striking you, and every director has its own kind of style, and they approach every project different. That's why it's art. You just can't just be like, oh, this guy knows how to hold a camera. For that, you can just go work a sitcom, dude, and switch cameras, and it's standard lighting that never changes. But if you want to get into the movies and film, and you got to start looking at visual language. How do I want to address this? How do I want to approach this? Even the way you shoot things. You want to shoot somebody that feels empowered in a scene. Like Spike Lee's great at this. He shoots low angle up. The guy's becoming smaller in the scene, low angle down. Who's in control of the scene? The shot is circling around them. The guy's losing focus on what he's trying to think, so it's chaotic and it's losing. It's just camera tricks and tools, and whether you as an audience member know it, subconsciously it's affecting you in the way it should.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Subconsciously is important because not everybody's privy to it.
Correct.
That's it. Just affects you. Oh, it's crazy.
And it's like not every director is right for every movie, and not every movie is right for every actor, and not every role is right for. You can't say yes to everything, but you got to kind of know how to approach it, and you have your best shot at like saying, okay, cool. Like I have a film right now that we're developing, and it's set in Miami, and it's like, I don't want to shoot like bright, colorful South Beach, Miami. Like I want Miami's not even bright and colorful. It's brown, it's green, it's kind of murky and weird, and it has these weird sub neighborhoods that you go through and you're like, where the fuck am I? Like that's the Miami I want to showcase. Everybody wants to go to Ocean Drive. I get it. It's a great tourist attraction. Pretty people. Have those people in from here? Yeah. But Miami's like, bro, go down Hialeah.
Facts.
Now, could I tell a story that was set in inner city Los Angeles? Maybe, but am I the right guy for it? I don't know. I don't know much about inner city Los Angeles. Now if it's a cultural film that's culturally
based on that.
Yeah. But you can shoot anything. You just got to really understand the topic and the subject matter and
what you want to do,
what you want to do, and what you're good at. Not every project could be right for you. I've turned down music videos that I knew weren't right for me. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then going back to John Leguizamo as you, who plays opposite of him as Drain?
Oh, as Drain?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You guys were best friends when you first joined Crazy Hood, right?
No, Drain hated me when I joined Crazy. Fuck Drain. That's why I'm trying to think of the worst character possible, dude. Drain. Oh, shit. I know exactly who plays Drain. Hold on. Can I Google the guy's name?
Please.
I think, God rest the day, he just passed away. Hold on.
Oh, from the Brooklyn 911 show? No.
Yeah, that guy.
No way.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. Yeah, no, he looks just like Drake. Yeah, that dude. I'm trying to find his name. Give me a second.
That's funny. He's good. I didn't see the show.
Adrian Brower, dog. That's Drake right there. That guy.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, man. That's good.
But hold on. Let me if you look at him young, hold on. Come on.
Yeah.
That guy's not Drain? That's who's Drain.
That's Drain Beats.
That's Drain Beats. Yeah,
that's a great picture. Oh man, that's fucking good, bro. Do you remember the name of the record from the first beat you bought from him?
No.
Oh shit! I think
I love Drain.
Big Gun Take Lil Gun, featuring Vortex, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I remember that song.
Shout out Vortex. I
love Vortex. Yeah, shout out. Nah, because you know what? Like I said a line on that song called. I said something like something about shiny gats, or I got a shiny gat, and then they clown me forever for that line. So
Crazy Hood.
Yeah, of course. Well, those guys will clown me for anything, dog. Like
so. On that same note, let's I guess with the movie, what's one hazing ritual do you think makes it to the movie there? Because they put you through like a hazing process?
Bro, hazing process. I got so many stories. They used to make me, first off, I had to carry all the offense crates anywhere you went.
Oh, man. DJ crates? The
yeah, but he had like the flight cases, you know, the metal ones and shit. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen, you know, the metal Technique cases. I remember one time we went to WVUM. We were walking out. Like I told you, I'm a klutz, right? And I tripped, and I had EFN's flight cases. And I fell flat on my face, but the flight cases were in the air. You know, like on the car, bang! And but I held the flight cases. I was like, yeah, held the flight cases up. And your friend's like, yo, they're flight cases. That's a metal constructed thing.
They could take the damage.
They could take the damage, dog. I was like, oh shit. They used to make me ride in the back of the Pathfinder, not the back. I mean, like the trunk.
Oh my god!
Till you get anywhere, dog.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm talking about from Kendall to South Beach to Kendall, dog. Like, oh man, there was so many stupid shit. I would have to go buy all the alcohol, come. If I was late to a meeting, they would make me do like 50 push-ups. Like
50 push-ups, yeah.
Yeah, facts. I mean, we all had to do that, but like,
yeah. Oh, militant, really?
Yeah. I mean, they put me through it, man. I think a gang initiation would have been easier now. I think about
who invents Norm? Who comes up with Norm? The crazy character?
That might have been a combination between Scam and EFN.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. All right. And then every episode we end with 2 games, starting with the shoot your shot segment. You, EFN, a bunch of these Kendall guys love Kendrick, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be your answer. So besides Kendrick, who's somebody else you love to do a video for, or maybe come back to music and get on a record with, something like that?
Oh, that I would love to do a video for?
Or on the movie tip, somebody you'd love to have in a future film.
Oh, that could go on forever. But you want me to go on the music tip? I'd love to do a video.
Give me one of each then, if you can, or maybe 1 or 2 of each. I'd love to hear the actors on the movie tip, and I'd love to hear.
I mean, obviously Kendrick Lamar is super high up on the list, right?
No, Kendrick, we removed them off the list.
We removed them.
I know that was coming because all you Kendall guys love him, and I've heard you say that multiple times already.
What does that mean? All you Kendall guys love him?
EFN said it too, and then I think Paul also big him up on the thing.
Yeah, first off, I'm the first guy in the crew to ever say that Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper of all time. So straight up, hands down.
You see, you're competing about who likes Kendrick the most. This is like a Kendrick thing.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of out there, dog. I think if they ever dropped an album again, I would love to do a video for Portishead, believe it or not.
Portishead?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
wow.
I would love to do a video for Portishead.
Nice. That's a cool pick. Okay, what else?
Yeah, I think if I ever had the shot, I don't think I've ever written for her, but Snow Allegro would be really high up of a current artist that I would love to shoot, just because I'm such a fan of her music.
So video work, it's that process where you're coming up with like, do they put out like a prompt for a video idea and then like people submit script ideas? Like
No, you get put into a pool. Like, labels are really good about this.
Okay.
They'll go. First off, it's personality based. They know the personality of the director. They know the personality of the artist. So these guys get along. If you notice, I have a lot of repeat clientele. Like, I've done multiple videos for Moneybagg Yo, multiple videos for Busta Rhymes.
Machine Gun Kelly.
I only done one for Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, okay.
But labels kind of know, like, these guys get along. And then they may have, there's a various ways. Like, 90% of the time, it's you coming up with an idea and pitching. So they'll be like, okay, here's the song. What do you think? I've been hearing songs like well in advance of anybody else. What do you think of this record and what's your concept for it? Okay, cool. And the song comes and it's super like secured. It's not like I cannot download this record and just email it to you, and I can't even like screen record it because it'll black out. So like I can't do any of those things.
You put an emphasis on like hearing the record unreleased because you're saying like, I guess it's different coming up with a visual for a song that hasn't maybe taken a life to itself. Like, I guess
the song's not out.
Right, and versus have you done videos for songs that are out and like they do?
Yeah. I just wrote for. Fuck, I don't want to jinx it because I don't want to say it because it's not happening yet. But
we could bleep it.
Yeah.
Don't even say it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll tell you after.
Right.
But I just wrote there's an artist who has an album out now that they'll be like, oh, it's on the album.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay, cool, got it. And then I write to those concepts and then go from there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Or, like Machine Gun Kelly when we did Bloody Valentine. At that time, Tickets to My Downfall had a very pink campaign. The color pink was a big part of their campaign. So
it was.
So they wanted pink included a lot in the video. So if you notice, the duct tape that Megan Fox puts on his mouth is pink. The rope is pink. The lightning is pink. The hair dryer.
My memory of the video is pink. Isn't he wearing pink? No. Maybe not.
No, he's not wearing much like the whole time because they wake up in the bed and she kind
Right.
of steals his clothes. And,
Okay.
But the guitar was pink.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of.
the guitar was
That's
pink.
what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of. Like
So-
he has something pink on. Okay,
So they'll give you
okay.
that direction. Like when I did Fast and Furious, I wrote on this is a beautiful story. Fast and Furious 7, Fast and Furious 8, Fast and Furious 9. I didn't get 7 or 8, and then 9 came around. I ended up doing the whole damn soundtrack. Like because you just keep batting, bro. You just got to keep batting, dog. You might hit one out the park. And then Universal fell in love with me for that movie, and they flew me out to L.A. They gave me a private theater. The movie hadn't come out yet, and I've never been in an experience like this. I'm on Universal's lot. Like I'm not like this is like Universal Pictures, and they fly me out to L.A. and they gave me their own private screening room, and I had a guy with a microphone and I had a pen and a pad, and he goes, "All right, I'm gonna play you this movie." The movie was not out yet. Check your phone at the door. You bring your phone in here, bring a pen and a pad, and you jot down the scenes that you want for your movie, for your video.
So dope.
I was like, holy shit. So, and I could tell this guy.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So, got you. Okay.
So I was like, oh shit, this is cool as fuck. So I was sitting there and I was like, and then like 10 minutes in, I'm like, I remember this guy's back here. I'm like, yo, what do you do? And he goes, oh, I'm here to rewind or fast forward, whatever you want me to do. I was like, oh shit, rewind that. He was like, all right, cool, so here, rewind. And
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and
That's fucking awesome.
But my job is to take notes on the film because nobody had seen it yet.
Right.
And Universal, like, they're not playing around. They're not going to email you the movie. Like, they're not doing that. So they flew me to LA just to watch the movie.
And this is just giving directorial notes, like just overall on the.
Well, no, if you watch the music, if you watch the videos.
You said the soundtrack.
Yeah. So I
elaborate.
did the music videos for the soundtrack. But in the soundtrack videos, there's scenes of the movie that are intercut. I got to pick the scenes that I want.
Understood. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. That
But
go with the theme of the record.
Correct.
And
But
the
without,
energy.
without have seen. So like my concept for the one with Jack Harlow and Ty Dolla $ign and 24K Golden was to do the aftermath of the car crashes that happened in the film. So whenever a car would crash, I'd want to know what kind of car it was, so I could kind of recreate what would happen after. Like, oh, car crash. Oh, now Jack Harlow shows up to where the car crashed. So like you see in the video,
Like it's
the
connected.
Yeah, like
Yes.
the video opens and there's a box truck that's a yellow box truck driving, and it flips. Jack Harlow starts on top of the box truck.
Right way to do promotional movie videos too, by the way.
Yeah, like that.
That's the right way to
And
do
that's
it.
the kind of thing that you say, like, right directors for right jobs. I was right
Yeah.
for that job. Like, other people are just probably writing, oh, I'm going to have the car do donuts and blow it up. So
So who are we getting in the movie? We got Snow Allegra on the music tip. We got Snow Allegra and
Portishead.
Portishead. Who would you like to get in a feature film? Who's a talent like to
That I can have anybody?
anybody? Yeah, no. I mean, let's stay to alive people.
No, obviously they're live. I'm going to get them if they're dead.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people bring up dead guests, and it's like, all right.
I mean, I know he's retiring, but if you told me I had the opportunity to work with Denzel Washington, I'd faint.
oh wow, man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would faint. And
Denzel,
then
if you're listening,
of the newer guys right now, well, he's not a newer guy. I think Jake Gyllenhaal's super talented.
he's OG now at this point, but I feel you can
Yeah,
go
yeah.
as like younger.
Coming up, they're like on the come up. Well, he's not even on the come up anymore, but like Timothy Chalamet is fucking amazing.
Nasty. Can't wait to see that Marty Supreme.
Yeah, he's fucking badass.
Yeah.
On the female tip, huge fan of Zendaya. Probably gonna catch some flack for this, but I think Sydney Sweeney is an amazing actress. Because I've seen her in a bunch of shit. Whatever, give me the flack you want. I don't care. I think she's dope.
Euphoria, she's good. I think she's really good in Euphoria. Her
I
role Euphoria is really well.
I mean, I
well
just
done.
saw her in this film called Reality, where she plays an NSA whistleblower, and I was like, whoa, like she killed that shit.
Okay.
It was like an independent film. I was like, oh, she murked that shit. And then
What looks good is the one with where she plays opposite of she's like a nanny or something. She's
the housemaid.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'm a fan of her. I think for come up actresses, I think like she's on her way.
Yeah, I'm a fan of her too.
I'm sure you are. I mean that in a respectful way.
Me too.
This fucking guy.
I do.
I think on the female tip, on the more experienced actress side, I mean, oh shit, I'm drawing a blank on her name right now. Give me a second. Devil Wears Prada. What's her name?
Meryl Streep? No.
Yes.
Meryl
Thank
Streep,
you,
yeah.
thank you. Meryl Streep is probably the greatest female actress I've ever seen in my life. You could tell me Meryl Streep's playing Barack Obama, and I'll be like, I'll check it out.
That would be kind of dope.
I'll be like,
Meryl
all right,
Streep and Barack
cool,
Obama.
that's dope.
All right, and then we end every episode with the big three draft. This man, I look up to you a lot with this filmmaking stuff and the transition from music to filmmaking, be able to do it all. Like it's dope, man. Shakey Grounds was really cool watching it, man. And the fact that I know you, dog, this was really dope, man. On some selfish shit.
Thanks, man.
But I want the big three draft. We've drafted movies before, but I want this one to be specific. I want the big three draft. We're gonna pick 3 movies that we think aspiring filmmakers should watch.
Okay.
And we're gonna go one by one, you know, like a draft style. So if you have a pick in your mind, then I take it. You can't pick it. So on and so forth.
Well, Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream 1. Okay, then I'll take The Godfather off the board because pretty sure that's gonna come. What's your second pick?
There's a lot of movies that directors should watch. Shit. I think you should watch Pulp Fiction if you haven't seen it.
Pulp Fiction's a good pick. It's a good pick. It's a really good pick. Man, you know what? This is a movie that I didn't see when it first came out. I saw it in theaters on the 10-year anniversary of it, and it was so moving to me that it did like a whole 9-tweet internet essay on it. I might just do a video.
You're gonna say Interstellar?
Interstellar, dude.
I knew you're gonna say it. I love Interstellar.
Dope, man. Awesome, bro. Such a well done movie, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, low key might be my favorite of all time.
It's funny you say that because one of my picks, I was considering Memento, which is Christopher Nolan's first.
I love Memento, bro.
Yeah.
Nolan might be up there for me. It was Martin Scorsese, but I don't know. After Interstellar, I think I put Nolan above him. We're gonna see how the Odyssey is, bro. I haven't even seen the trailer yet.
Yeah, but Memento wouldn't be my pick. I would probably go something old school. I would probably say something Kubrick wise, maybe Full Metal Jacket, Apocalypse Now. You know,
I gotta see Apocalypse Now.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Huh?
Apocalypse Now is Oliver Stone, no?
No, it's Kubrick.
Yeah, Kubrick. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry. It's Francis Ford Coppola. Apologize.
Oh, Francis Coppola
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that. Oh, really?
Yeah. Kubrick did Space 2001.
Space.
Actually, you know what? If I'm gonna go Kubrick, I'll say The Shining.
The Shining. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good
The
one.
Shining. You know, The Shining is the first movie to ever use a Steadicam.
The first movie to ever use a Steadicam.
Mm-hmm. It's the maze when he was going through the maze. That's the stuff first use of the Steadicam in the film. That's why it's like really dope to see. It's fucking fresh.
What about Citizen Kane? Do you know?
I love Citizen Kane. You know why Citizen Kane is so great is because you can make that movie today and it still applies. You know, it's about a newspaper back then, but now you can make it about a blog. You can make it about a social media company. I think Citizen Kane's a work of art. I think anything Hitchcock-wise, I'm a humongous Hitchcock fan. I grew up on Hitchcock. I'm trying to keep it a little more current because if the audience is younger, they're not going to really want to go back and watch these old movies. But I can watch old movies all day. If you want to read scripts, I think the greatest script you could ever read is probably Die Hard because it's just a perfectly formatted script. And story arc is just great. Rocky's a great script to read.
Rocky's a good one.
You read it?
No.
Read it. If you read it, it's even better. It's fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it's a great script. I've read a lot of screenplays. You know, if it's hard to say like, oh, I'm gonna draft 3. It depends on the mood I'm in that day. Requiem for a Dream will always make my list because I just think it's Aronofsky's best work, and I just really love that movie. And it really impacted me at a time when I was going through some substance abuse stuff, and I was like, oh shit, like I didn't want to drink coffee when that movie was over. I was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. And it's not even preachy, it's just dark. I would recommend it. It's hard. Actually, Requiem for a Dream influenced me so hard that my first album, Antisocial, is 80% Requiem for a Dream samples and nobody knows.
Wow.
Yeah, like Nick, I gave Nick the soundtrack, like sample this. Clint Mansell's orchestrated soundtrack is incredible. You know, Hitchcock, like dude, Dial M for Murder, Vertigo, Psycho, I mean, The Birds, you name it. You know, I think Hitchcock's a genius. I think his Rule of Thirds composition is just insane. You know, The Graduate was like the first film that I was like, it's just Dustin Hoffman way back in the day that I was like, holy fuck, like what is this? So I kind of like, it's kind of brain overload sometimes when I get put on a spot like that. But I think, you know, filmmaking to me, when people like try to diss movies, is hard for me to diss unless it's flat out offensive. But like, you know, it's kind of like a marathon, right? You said, well, what time frame do you want to finish the movie? It's like, I just want to finish. Bro, anybody who's made a feature film, nobody knows how hard that is to do.
We're just doing it, just the accomplishment of doing
Just getting it done. Fuck getting it on TV or some shit.
So I feel about like when I see the music posts, like so-and-so album sold this much, W or L, every time I see those posts, I automatically, like a robot, go to the comments and put any day above ground is a W. Like, you know, just the fact that you have an album out, you know, and people are fucking have the ability to stream it, like, is a W, dog. Like,
it's just a hard business. You're correct. It's a hard game, you know, and not to knock making an album, making a film's way harder. It's like you can hang out in your room with your homeboys, buy a computer, and you can go ahead but making a movie, with 3 people, if you've done that, you know, like, it's fucking hard, like really hard. Like, everybody's wearing 15 hats, you know, like, and then, you know, you make a movie like I did where you have a crew of like 20 people. It's really hard. And the first thing you realize is you're never gonna have enough money. Like, I don't care how much money you hear these budgets going out for these movies, it probably still wasn't enough to the filmmaker itself and their ideas. They had to scale back. Like, Titanic went over budget.
Wow.
That was like a $200 million movie back then in the 90s.
That's crazy.
You know, and that went over budget. You know, like
yeah, I think that's gonna be my third pick. Titanic's a legendary movie, though.
Well, you know, it's funny. Titanic to me is the greatest blockbuster ever made. I tell people all the time.
That's a great take. I think that's a really good take, and I think it's timeless. I was having this conversation the other day, and it's like, think about a timeless movie. Like, everybody, like, even kids, I think all the TikTok generation, like, there's a lot of things that people will hear, like, what's that? And, like,
not Titanic.
I think Titanic's something everybody sees, like, as a kid. Like,
Listen,
it's crazy.
bro, I'm gonna give you some Titanic dork notes.
Oh, okay? I love this.
All right, check it out. If I'm not wrong, from the second the ship hits the iceberg in the movie to the second it goes under is, I think, no, from the second the movie starts to when it goes under is how long it took the ship to sink in real life. Like, down to the minute.
Wow.
Every single prop on that boat was actually on the Titanic. Like, what I'm saying is they went back to the carpet makers that made the carpets for the Titanic. They had everything as an exact replica of what was on the Titanic. There's nothing fabricated on that ship that wasn't on that ship. The ship looked exactly how you see it. Every single person that has a speaking role that's outside of Jack and Rose's family, you know, so basically, you know, Rose's family's made up.
Yeah, the rich, and then her
man. Yeah, they're made up. Jack is made up. You know, Kathy Bates' character, that she plays the rich woman, right? That's kind of like the rich bossy lady with a big hat, and she's
not a mom, but she's like a friend to
she's
the family.
She's a real person.
Yeah.
Every single person that you see speak in that movie was actually on that ship.
Besides the core characters.
Yeah, everybody was actually on that ship.
Like, you mean the captain, the band?
That really happened.
The band, yeah.
That actually really happened. They actually found the guy's violin and gave it back to the grandkid recently. Wow. Yeah. And here's what's so great about Titanic that nobody realizes. You already know the ending when you start the movie. Like, you already know that this ship is going down and you're still fucking engaged. You're engaged. Like, the ship hit the iceberg. I wonder what happens now. No, you know what happens now. The ship's going down, dog. And you're still glued to it like pins and needles. Like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
That's a magic to me about, like, a lot of people. How do you, because you like comic book movies, comic books. How do you feel about comic book movies?
I like a lot of them.
Right, but that's I like them too, and like a lot of like my film buff homies like kind of shit on it. You know, they don't see like they're not comic book nerds, but like I loved like an origin story because like it's cool to see like how they take it, like what's their take on the origin, like what's their take on the hero in general, like just all that. It's cool, like making Mary Jane black, like was the like, that was cool, like yeah. Like there's not like you're not attached to it, like it's creative liberty.
It's all
like,
interpretation, bro.
It's all interpretation, man.
Yeah, and facts. Like okay, Mary Jane wasn't black in the book. Fine, the book was written in like 1930.
1,000%. Maybe,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
Maybe they weren't allowed.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of black people in comics back then, bro. Fucking black people weren't even playing baseball yet. Like,
well, recap though, because you mentioned like 50 different movies on the third pick, and I want to be fair to the rest of my guests. What's your third pick for the big three draft?
Fuck, I'm gonna change it now.
You get a lot to change it.
I'm gonna change it now.
But we gotta lock it in. It's like
lock it in.
We gotta put it in like a time capsule.
I think I said The Shining for my third pick. Yeah,
I think you did leave it on The Shining. Yeah, you were pretty affirmative about that. Well, you said Requiem for a Dream, right?
Requiem for a Dream.
Pulp Fiction, and The Shining. That's a great solid.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
That's solid. Yeah. One last message before we get out of here to the people out there.
Oh shit! That camera.
Yeah.
Be good to each other.
And be good to yourself. Tune in next week. Peace.
Sliding in the studio, my album coming soon. Until we get this rap money, trap gon' have to boom. These bricks and these keys and these zips is what we'll do. If you need some fire, I can see you off the June.